All right. Gentlemen, I think in order to know where we have arrived, I think you need to know where we departed from.
Okay.
All right, let me take you on back. Take you back to the day before Blaine County. This was a day where there was a young officer by the name of Apollo Storm working for Mission Road Police Department under the command, most of that command no longer here. Through my early days, I noticed that the current commissioners were constantly around, involved in some way, shape, or form, mixed up with some questionable items. And being a prospective detective myself, somebody who thinks highly of the investigative process, I wanted to investigate the commissioner very early on for some incidents that were in response or in regard to really one specific incident that I can recall that led everything off was him retaliating on a gang. This was recorded footage with a sniper rifle. Him and the other commissioner, in fact, on top of a roof, vigilantes even. Now, I found this both intriguing, disheartening, and also very inspiring. Let me explain. Might want to turn the vehicle off for this. It's going to take a minute.
Sir.
Fuck. Shut the fuck up.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah, I'm one to beat a pussy down any day. So with that being said, I had this idea, and this idea was one, the commissioners preached, having high integrity and not being people that were unjust in any way, shape, or form. In fact, the commissioners were
Lima 926 en route to latest store robbery.
Actively, I got to get off this fucking radio one second.
Dams.
Won't need that anymore for a while. I found the commissioners were very high strung on no corruption, zero flaw, this, that, and the other. But then everything about their actions represented something much different, including the former CO2, who was very immersed in several gangs, but never really could catch him. These same two individuals were responsible for bringing down the hammer on anybody that may have formed those same bonds. And I could have only ever assumed that it was because they had got so close they cannot afford anybody else to get that close. Now, this spurred me writing some reports and being a little bit more outspoken, really showcasing what knowledge I bring from outside the city into the city. I really wanted to give myself a platform. And as a regular officer at that point that was just barely solo cleared, I didn't have a platform to go after. There was certainly nobody that was going to offer me a platform like I've offered you to. And rest assured, without that explicit offering of that platform, you would not have been able to do what you're doing now back then. You would have had no support in it.
Right.
So fast forward, there's rumor breaching the streets about a Blaine County Sheriff's Office. Ace Gunner makes his appearance and calls everybody down into the motor pool. Here I am, at that time, Officer Apollo Storm, front and center. Have a discussion with Ace Gunner and a long line of other prospective officers awaiting their fate, in which Ace Gunner made a decision after a short couple of sentences with me to make me a lieutenant over Blaine County. That was the first step into gaining my platform. Now, let me just take you through a little bit of the bullshit. We get into Blaine County. We start to really plant foot and reestablish what I believed at that point in time was supposed to be the culture of law enforcement in this city. Not long after we started to instill this culture, I found myself being promoted to major, which was the last rank that I had held. Now, during my time as major, I felt pretty good about the platform that I had in the city, as well as amongst both LSPD and BCSO. That itch to dissolve corruption from within had never really gone away. And in fact, a new itch had formed as I started to realize that even with the presence of a DOJ at that time, there were still some very high profile targets that always seemed to escape, always seemed to have a reasoning behind why they wouldn't be captured. And if they were captured, why they would need to be released. And so I talked about inspiration earlier that I observed from the commissioner, both the commissioners and the way they responded to some situations early on in my days. And so with that being said, I made a decision to found a group within Blaine County. And that group was known as the Bandits. Now, the original members of the Bandits were myself, of course, Tex Reckham, Ella Fox, Chad Freedom, and Randy Dandy. I'll have you know it that not long after our founding, Jebediah Pickett also joined our ranks. What were we and what was the purpose of the Bandits? The original intent of the Bandits was to dissolve corruption from within. Now, this has come as a surprise to you because I'm sure all the evidence you found on this organization will lead you to every avenue
opposite.
Other than that. Yes, of course, and I have an explanation for that. But that was the origin of the Bandits. The Bandits were supposed to be vigilantes out to dissolve corruption from within, the shadows amongst the PD force. We took it one step further and said, for these high-profile targets that we are just unable to get our hands on, maybe this was our platform to finally get a hold of some of these slippery individuals. But I'll have you know it, despite my best coordination, planning, and attempts, the Bandits never really caught traction. Most of this was due to the fact that I couldn't meet with any bandit anywhere without everybody fucking knowing about it, and how they knew is beyond me. It must have been some new age intelligence systems that they had implanted up our asses, but it just seemed that every time I went somewhere, there were people there. So,
gotcha.
I'll tell you this next bit of information because this next bit of information was heavily investigated by FIB. And when I say heavily, I mean I wore an ankle monitor and had my ass grilled inside of an interrogation room for countless hours. We only conducted one successful operation as an organization. The members involved in that operation were Randy Dandy, Sassy Quatch, Tex Reckham, and myself. This operation was to be conducted on a Ricky Bobby, the Lost Souls. Not long before this operation took off, Ricky Bobby has always been a pretty tricky individual to get his hands on, but found it necessary to throw me off the top of White Garage. Needless to say, we conducted an operation to seek him out, and that was our only coordinated operation. Did we have plans? Oh yeah, we had plans. We had visions as far as the eye could travel. But here is where things get messy. See, the Bandits were brought in to dissolve corruption from within. The Bandits were brought in to go after those slippery targets, but the Bandits were never intended to be a disgruntled, reckless, intrusive group that abandoned everything that it meant to be a law enforcement officer. But as you found through your investigations, you'll notice that anytime I had departed from the city, this group, not operating under the Bandits, what I did was I brought these people together. And by bringing them together, much like you two have been brought together, whether it was conducted by an act of the Bandits or not, they were roaming together, which then gave that appearance. I'm going to be quite frank with you. I did a lot of digging, a lot of soul searching. There is no way, shape, and form that the nature or even the entity that was the Bandits should have ever been discovered. How it was is beyond me. But it was, and names were tied to it. And not long after I realized we couldn't even meet off-site, off-duty, plain clothes, without people watching us, Not long after I realized that, I made an executive decision to disband the bandits. Now, the FIB didn't catch that drift, and they only caught what you guys caught, which is most of the chaos that ensued after the disbandment of the bandits. Now, the individuals that were a part of the bandits continue to do much of the same things they were doing long before they ever joined the bandits. I use the bandits as a platform to take some of those high-strung individuals and tailor them down a little bit and provide them with the tools necessary to be effective as an officer, but also an opportunity to make great change in the city. But as I said, that derailed completely. I disbanded the bandits. FIB comes in a couple of weeks later with old intel. They investigate me. I'm cleared of all repercussions, much of the same information you guys have probably had, unless it's newer. Martinez, for whatever reason, fails to understand that the bandits do not exist. They are a figment of imagination, long disbanded. If they did exist, in fact, I would not be in the position to be a federal agent, which was much of my discussion prior to ever being in the running for this position. But because of my, I guess, set of skills to operate very covertly, espionage, and how I am very good with the human mind and the way of things, I think they felt that even with a track record of being a little shaky because they were never really able to pinpoint a single act, for me, they felt that I'd be a good asset here. Like I said, most of the evidence that you'll share with me today in regards to any names associated with the bandits are all going to be in regard to acts carried outside of the scope of my knowledge, certainly without my authority, and definitely not under any umbrella that was the bandits. With that, I'll give you the mic.
So, to get this, you guys form this faction within PD. Your intention is to root out the corruption. It gets a little out of hand. It gets disbanded. Why are because the problem becomes, again, I'm not sure how briefed you are on the Naked Danger situation, but everyone that was involved in the investigation of the bandits, I never heard that name until just now, they became the very thing that they swore to defeat, which is corruption. They were
maybe some of the most corrupt officers in some of their actions in dealing with the public.
The individuals that were once a part of the bandits, I'm assuming, is who?
Yes.
No, I mean, no. The people who were invested, like Naked Danger, Gordon Danger, all these people that are going around talking about the bandits and what you guys did. So the problem becomes is how far did it go after you disbanded the bandits? Because it had to have kept going if they're still hung up on it.
Oh, it did keep going for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
to
I've
what
got
extent?
all sorts of evidence that would. I mean, I've got the four of your bandits, Fox and Dandy and oh Jesus, I forget the other two. But I mean, I've got them on video, you know, fucking blowing somebody up at a gas station.
That is no reflection of the so. Randy Dandy is going to be at the center of this new organization. They don't have a name. Randy Dandy was conducting these acts of complete senileness long before he was ever brought into the bandits. The reason, and it was I wish I could replay it for you. The reason he was brought in the bandits was a split second. I had a list of names that I wanted. He ended up coming onto the roof of where we initially met at the last minute, and I impulsively said, "You know what, Randy, you can come with us." My idea with Randy
I already
Dandy
know
was,
what your idea is. Fuck.
yeah, my idea with Randy Dandy was going to be to try to cultivate him into something a little less reckless, but all of the same fun. Randy Dandy used the platform of the bandits to make a bond with the other individuals who you'll surely have evidence of. And
Yes.
when I wasn't here, and it was never when I was fucking here, these individuals would conduct themselves in heinous ways, which I was aware of, but I had discussed with them, hey, this is not anything that I signed up for. This is nothing that I bestowed upon you. It's nothing that I taught any of you. What happens is you have one person, Randy Dandy, who comes in and gives so much energy. Yeah, it is really an addicting energy.
It's infectious, yeah.
Yeah. And if you're in a car with him and you're caught up in one of his,
What's up, Stove?
you may partake.
There's an issue with
In
the
fact,
audio.
they
I
all
feel like I'm
did.
tripping right now.
Because at that point in time, you have to think a lot of the nature of why the bandits were disbanded was due to the fact that there were some assumptions that certain individuals, Michael Halstead, Gordon Danger, Nikki Danger,
I don't know
Jesse
what the hell's
Martinez, and several others, were the exact reason that the bandits were discovered improperly. The exact reason that the bandits were uncovered before they ever had a chance to put their shoes on. This, in fact, pissed off every single member of the bandits, including myself. I was willing to part ways with it. Some were not. And some, in fact, were seeking vengeance.
Cool.
And wanted to spread hellfire amongst the city as a result of what they thought would be one of the most unique things to ever be a part of in any city, coming to a close abruptly by my doing, because we simply could not move without somebody watching us. That turned into departmental tension. It was the bandits. Don't get this confused. The bandits are the reason for the tension between LSPD and BCSO. We instilled a very specific culture amongst BCSO, but it was, in fact, the bandits that were at the charge of a lot of the distastefulness between the departments. And this came by way of those same names I gave you from LSPD.
There's like two audios.
Understanding that we understood collectively that there was no way for them to know about us.
Is anyone here on duty?
No.
Martinez is right there.
Fuck. I am on duty. Fuck. Had to go on duty to open the goddamn gate.
I think he just went inside of BCSO. Alright, well.
Anyway, long story short, any acts depicted by the bandits, anything that you guys are currently exploring and investigating as a result of any conduct that they may have done, they had very, very steep, stern, and fair warnings to withdraw from those behaviors. Whether or not they pulled away from that is beyond me. I immediately had to refocus and re-engage in a completely different avenue. And I parted ways with them even more so after that. In fact, I don't really speak to a lot of the bandits anymore.
Gotcha.
And
I want to change gears here real quick. Can you tell me a bit more about Ace Gunner and his creation of BCSO?
Yeah, so Ace Gunner comes in. He appoints me as lieutenant, which at that moment, that very moment where I was appointed, was the highest ranking official outside of himself. Buck McGee. And they told me that if BCO were to be successful, it would be by my hands. After my promotion to major, that became even more apparent. In fact, Ace Gunner flew in once more a few weeks later, met with me one-on-one, and told me that what he wanted from Blaine County was the Wild West.
That's exactly what I'm getting at. I have that. I interviewed a higher up from BCSO who said that exact phrase, that it was supposed to be Wild West driven with a loose grasp on enforcement of law.
And I'll be honest with you, being an overachiever myself, I gave them what they asked for. I gave everybody what they asked for. In fact, I gave them a lot more than they could have ever imagined, or BCSO would still be standing and I wouldn't be a federal agent. So I think everything has a way of working its way out, and everything ended up working out for the better. But That doesn't mean that what happened didn't happen.
Right. So with all of this in mind, with Ace Gunner, and now I want to catch you up with Operation Fallen Kingdom and Stackhouse investigation and where that's
Yes.
looped into.
She's
So-
also, hold on, I've just received a text from her. I just shared my location with her. Anyways, go ahead.
So when we started this out, it was when we started the Stackhouse investigation. We found all the body cam footage with Martinez and Sassy. We brought it to you that night. We started, Operation Fallen Kingdom. So in that, while we've been chasing it down and figuring out what to do about the Stackhouse situation, I have suggested a few times to the people around me that this isn't necessarily a we need to arrest somebody and affect a change problem. This is a culture change in PD issue we're looking at, in that there is an old guard that is still doing things an old way, and they're fucking up in very simple manners, like making terrible calls and having other officers execute on those calls. So we talked the other night on the roof, and you said, would a sensible person have executed that order if Martinez said, shoot this person in the head? Would a sensible person do that?
Give me a minute to redact that. The reason that statement left my mouth was due to the fact that Martinez was present.
Right.
I was hoping you read between the lines on that.
Oh, I read some exact lines on that, and I'm going to read from you our SOPs right now, which I think were put into place because of Ace Gunner in the creation of BCSO, and I want you to correct me if I'm wrong, so give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, this is taken directly from our SOPs. This is 2.8.1. Insubordination means that an employee is behaving in a manner that is incompliant or disrespectful to their superiors in the workplace. Examples of this behavior include, and we'll skip down to 8.2.2, an employee who has doubts or questions regarding the legalities or ethics of a directive and so did not comply. Meaning that when Martinez says, shoot this officer in the head, if nobody shoots that officer in the head, we're going against SOPs. Now, granted, the SOPs aren't law, and, a reasonable person like myself wouldn't follow that order. But in the court of law, you argue that you're taking away somebody's livelihood and their ability to make money, and further not even be able to get back into law enforcement because of an insubordination thing. So I need to know, was that SOP written because of Blaine County and because of Ace Gunner?
That SOP was established long before any of those incidents took place. I want to bring some clarification. Yes, Sassy carried out the order, and Sassy is somebody I hold very near and dear to my heart. However, he had to have known that that was not the appropriate response. I would have you know that a jury will also find that he should have known better.
Right.
With that being said, I think if I could fortune tell, if we could get this to a court setting, I think Jesse Martinez takes the brunt of the legal charges. I think Sassy walks away with some very stiff fines and no longer a job. But I think Jesse Martinez goes to prison.
Right. So now we take... I'm sorry, I'm just going to keep explaining where we're at. So now we take the Jesse Martinez investigation into the larger scope of the larger police corruption investigation. And we've got this organization called the Twisted Demons, which is entirely comprised of ex-officers, and they have a hit list. I've sent you most of that hit list, but it includes every member of the BCSO Bandits, plus a couple of others, which we're looking into. And then that list also includes Jeb Pickett, per your original email to us saying that people are making threats against his life, and Martinez as well, also being threatened. And so being that Martinez and Jeb Pickett are the only two on this list that I'm looking at who don't have a connection with the BCSO Bandits, and this entire Twisted Demons modus operandi is taking down police corruption, I've got to believe that Martinez and Jeb Pickett are linked somehow in police corruption, which then further makes me believe that Martinez himself, because of this conversation we just had, is wrapped up in something that we need to get him to confess to. And I'm thinking it is something to do with the Stackhouse investigation, because the only link between Jeb Pickett and Martinez right now is Stackhouse. And if there's an active threat against his life, That's the only thing I can deduce. So right now, what happened last night is that we ran DNA evidence from Martinez, and I got a copy of Jesse Stackhouse's DNA file from PD. When we compared these two files, they were eerily similar. And when I went to a doctor, that doctor told me they could be related in some way. So that deduces that Jesse Stackhouse is Jesse Martinez's daughter. And my plan is to use his daughter to question him and try to get him to admit to what's going on right now in terms of Jeb Pickett and whatever else. And when we do that, I believe that Martinez will also flip on other officers within the ranks now that he might know is corrupt.
Look, to be honest with you, if I had to guess, we would have to be stupid to think that Martinez didn't have any knowledge of what Nikki Danger was involved in.
Especially being as close as they were.
Yeah, I mean, they were best friends, basically. And he admitted to that on a rooftop when he saw her in handcuffs and we were interrogating her. It wasn't... Apollo, if you walked into the police department and you saw me in handcuffs and I was being interviewed by Beauregard, wouldn't your first question be, what evidence do you have? Like, let me see it. Like, where are we at? Because we can't just arrest cops off hunches, right? You can't just think that someone's corrupt and arrest them. He didn't even question my evidence. He didn't question anything. He said, no, I had no idea. I didn't tell him where we got evidence from, how we got evidence, what we had evidence of. He just, I had no idea. Which says to me that he did have an idea and just wanted to get out of that conversation and go somewhere else just in case it devolved into it being a leak that he somehow is involved with that.
I would say our best move with Martinez next is, well, first we got to talk to Stackhouse, and then we put Martinez in a box again. We have him questioned by you and me and Meeson, and you, Apollo, and then we bring in Stackhouse at the end. Because I think he's really emotionally distraught about the idea of having a daughter he's never met in 30 years. And even if it turns out to be false, because, I mean, technically we only ran it, twice. I'm a fucking detective. I don't know how medical equipment works. Like, even if it turns out to be false, I want to use this.
Yeah, so I think we've got our bases covered. I think right now we find Stackhouse, we get her with us, and we meet somewhere off-site once again. We go over everything with Stackhouse, and from there, we will call Commissioner Martinez down to a holding cell. My only question to you is that the nature of the charges we're working with, I could assume one of them is an accessory to murder. If he admits to that, even though we have it on video, do we take action at that moment inside of that interrogation room?
No, we need to figure out how deep the rabbit hole runs, because we have information about other officers. Like, who was the guy from last night that the Fooligans were talking about? I mean, this rabbit hole runs deep. And
I think you'll be best charged to lead off the questions. I'll be there for bad cop play.
Yes, you're having the authority of you in the room will put him on tilt.
Well, okay, so here was my idea, because a lot has happened last time we saw each other, Apollo. Long story short, we had a CI. I have audio recordings of the leader of the Fooligans talking about murdering somebody. I contacted TRT. We planted a cop to get kidnapped instead of the individual. It was all by the book. Don't worry. We ended up crashing their party, locking them up. I walked into that interrogation room and I straight up told them, I was like, look, understand that I know literally everything. Tell me what I want to know or you're fucked. And they were like, okay. They told me what I wanted to know. So Nikki Danger is dropping RICO cases against them. for information on you specifically and the BCSO. With that being said, there's no way Martinez didn't know about that. And I'm pretty sure if I walk into that room and I am a firecracker about the fact that I interrogated Fooligans and they release information about Nicky Danger and their practices of investigations, aka dropping RICO fucking indictments.
Yeah, that's Mason. I wanted you to say that so bad in the evidence room last night because he was in such an emotional state after learning that he has a daughter. He would have said fucking anything.
Well, we had the EMT.
He's a doctor.
Was there.
He's a doctor. I'm not concerned.
Yeah, but
I could have told him to fuck off. I mean, but if he would come in heated, I'd have just been like, "You need to leave, buddy."
I know. But yeah, so that's. I genuinely think that we could get. I really think we could get a lot out of him. I have subpoenas for both Nicky and Gordon Danger's phones. I have.
We need to figure out how to act on those subpoenas, actually. Because
I think if I just hand them over to the attorney, they'll take care of it on their end, and if they don't, I'll just bitch until they do.
Yeah, but I don't want the attorney, because the attorney's an ex-officer as well. I don't want the attorney to walk up to them with the subpoena and be like,
he's a
fucking
paralegal.
delete everything. Yeah, so that's even more reason that he wouldn't give a fuck about his job.
No, I don't. He doesn't need to know. I'm not going to hand it to him. I'm going to hand it to the other guy. And if they delete evidence, then, like, if they send me, like, if I get their phone records and there's nothing in there, like, you know, they have 2 texts, like, there's no fucking way. I don't believe that. Not only that, I also subpoenaed the body cam. So if they're like, oh, sorry, the body, like, if all the evidence that I subpoena gets miraculously destroyed, then it's going to be fucking obvious that they're destroying evidence.
That's true. Yeah, so we got to get those subpoenas acted on.
How you feeling, Apollo?
Yeah, I think getting the subpoenas active is another priority. But like I said, we've got to have some discussions that are fruitful with some individuals quickly, as things I feel are deteriorating rapidly.
I think if we walk into an interrogation with Martinez with the threat of those subpoenas, like, hey, these are getting acted on right now, you know, and not.
Oh, he needs to know.
Yes,
he needs to know when he walks out of that room.
If he's not honest with us right now, he's fucked later.
We have so much smoke. Like, that's the thing, is he doesn't think that we have all this because we've been playing it cool, acting like the nice guys. He doesn't realize we have 6 different smoking guns locked and loaded.
Yeah, as far as he's concerned, he believes that I have his back and I'm trying to save his job and make sure that it's only PD changes that are made and he doesn't get arrested or fired. And I think that's the biggest thing that will help us, is the idea of knowing that through all of this, there's a chance I will still have my job.
But just for clarity, he will not.
He will not. That is what we're playing right now. My plan is a perp walk through MRPD.
That being said, there will be a shitstorm if we arrest the commissioner, and we all 3 of us can agree on that, right?
Absolutely. I love shitstorms.
Within a week, we're gonna be knocking off a captain. We're gonna be. I got intel on other officers that are selling.
Yeah, they need to
PD
know that if they
well.
fuck up, we will put them in the ground personally.
That's correct. I think going into a.
Like, do not fuck up, because the only two, if 2 guys in this department can fuck your entire world up, you won't fuck up.
Apollo, I can tell you. Oh, go ahead.
No, I just think I'm a bit superstitious, and I feel something's coming. Some kind of change is coming, and I feel like nothing better before this type of change speaks more volumes than for us to carry out at least one major thing that says, moving into whatever lies ahead, we will fucking sniff you out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think this is good.
And I think that's one of the things that has allowed this corruption to blossom, is the fact that we had a weekly led CID who didn't sniff anything out, and it was just free run of the place. And even if you were fucking up and they did catch wind of it, you just had to be their friend.
That being said, the streets are a lot quieter, and the streets are a lot more careful because um, we've had TRT on a couple people's doorsteps, and we've been having wiretaps and all. These streets are we got them quaking, Apollo, genuinely.
People are going to store robberies with hostages again.
Yeah, they are scared. We rolled up on the Fooligan leader last night so fast and so hard with TRT that they immediately surrendered because they were so fucking scared. So I
yes,
think
it wasn't a leaked op where they got to know we were coming and fucking set up for us because we didn't have the dangers leading to charge.
in the interrogation afterwards, they were trying to convince me of X, Y, and Z, and then I said the words, "Do you know who you guys had hostage?" And they go, "Well, she wasn't a hostage. She was our friend." I was like, "What was her name?" And they told me a name. I go, "Oh no, that's not who you had." They're like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "That was one of my operatives. That was not them at all." And the watch the color drain out of their faces, and for them to immediately flip on everything was amazing. But is Miss Stackhouse meeting us here?
Well, I sent her a ping. I hope she's okay. She said she needed a gun.
Why did she need a gun?
Store currently. I need a gun. They took mine and didn't give it back. No, I was the one in possession of her gun from her being in the hospital and irate and deranged.
Yeah,
We
that's
call
another
her.
thing. Can we trust her mental state?
We don't need to.
Okay. I'm gonna go make sure there's nothing behind this building.
Yeah. Ignored my call. She's on her way to us.
Very cool. Yeah, this one little thing, Stackhouse getting shot, has opened a can of shit.
Well, see, I am so thankful that people like yourself and your coworker there are now amongst our ranks. This is exactly what we should be doing. This
Yes.
is exactly the nature of how we should be conducting investigations. Once you launch something like this, you shouldn't do a simple 2-sentence report and go back and patrol. You
Right.
should see it through.
Exactly. And that's what...
because you guys have been willing to do that, you're about to help a lot of individuals with a lot of additional things that they would have never had on their simple 1080s and foot pursuits.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that's one thing that we absolutely need to drive home is that if you follow through, the community is going to have a better respect for us. They're going to like us more, be more willing to interact with us. But just signal chasing ain't it, man. Take a signal and run it to the end.
I agree.
You went VCB on those guys from the store robbery? Awesome. Run their plate. Figure out where they hang out. Figure out where they live. Go catch them.
If you two effectively put a commissioner in the handcuffs justifiably, me and you two will have some discussions about where the future and what the future may hold for both of you.
I really, really look forward to that. And
I am the utmost impressed with your two's work that you put in so far. I can only imagine that in a future state where we have a flourishing Department of Justice to catch the back end of this, that you guys will be able to get yourselves attached to cases that have no boundaries. And,
yeah, absolutely.
That's something I'm excited for. So
yeah,
let's get a commissioner locked the fuck up.
Exactly.
And I think me and you two will have some very fruitful discussions to follow.
And I know he has information just based on, Mason's right. He didn't really question when we had Nikki in cuffs. He's, there's been enough question about him that I know he at least has information. And the fact that he's not willing to give it to me leads me to believe that it's information reflecting him. And if we can pull that from him, this is open and shut.
I like it. Jesse will be here in a moment. When
Very
she's
cool.
here, we'll have a discussion with her. I'll let you guys carry a discussion with her,
Very
and
cool.
then.
Yeah, I talked with her a bit last night. She got herself caught in a Sasquatch outfit, camping up north, trying to keep a low cover. and she was in the hospital using a fake name and doing this whole act. And I went in there and talked to her for a bit, and she showed me a birdie profile that looked like the kind of thing I came up with when I was undercover. So it just raised some red flags, and then I get to talking to her.
Yeah.
Got a copy of fucking Undercover Cop for Dummies on her, so that was kind of the big giveaway. And then I just, got her trust, and she admitted to me who she really was. We went back to Jeb's. We had a long conversation, and yeah, I was with her most of the night last night, but she's just as confused as everybody else is as to where to go next. Because she wants changes as well. She understands there's a culture problem, right? Like taser tag, it's fun, but it's an issue. And taser tag escalates to guns and people fighting in hallways, and so she's seen a lot of it. And she knows there needs to be a change.
I think this is where it starts, though, right? Is because honestly, once everything is settled, once everything goes down, at that point, I mean, all it takes is for someone to stand in front of them inside of a meeting room and say, listen, from here forward, if you fuck around, might not be today, might not be tomorrow, might not be right after you do it, it could be a month down the road. You will end up in handcuffs. You will be fucked.
Oh, yeah, no, I've been just flat out telling officers if I find out that you're working against the PD or you're acting in corruption, I'll just take you down to the cell block and execute you, and I'm so fucking good at my job, I'll articulate it, too.
Have you guys officially been assigned to the Criminal Investigation Division?
No. They don't even have a roster built yet.
Okay,
they're trying to figure out how to build a roster before they can put us on
Think of
it.
yourselves right now until further notice as an extension of myself. So I will
I'm going to confess something right now. When I did put Nikki Danger in handcuffs, I did tell her that it was due to the power vested in me by the FIB. So, if we could backdate that command,
you are currently, as it stands right now, you have all entitlement to say those words if ever questioned.
Very cool, because if a lawyer decided they wanted to fuck with me on that, Jesus, I wouldn't hold up on the stand until right now.
No, you're
now
fine.
You're
no, this happens quite often in the nightmare realm, where there are officers that are contracted and duly sworn. Even absence of a duly sworn process, we'll just say that.
Who the fuck?
Yeah.
I think it's just some guy. Put that away. Right there, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Whoa.
Hey. Hi. Miss White?
No, why are we
Jesse,
playing?
Jesse, you can talk.
Nice. I like it. Why don't you step over here behind the building with us?
Yeah, come on over on this side, Jesse.
The firearm isn't necessary, Jesse. You can put that.
God, she's rough. She is going through it.
Why is she taking so?
Did you just take a selfie?
No, I booger in my eye stuck.
I like the eye patch.
But he's a bit biased. Jesse, how you doing? How's your mental health right now? I want you to be transparent with me on that.
It's terrible. It's absolutely, I don't know.
I think you have a right to be concerned and stressed right now. I hope these two investigators can provide some clarity on what we move forward with, and you're also able to provide some insight of the things you were alluding to earlier on the phone with me. So I'm going to shut up now and let you guys conversate.
All right, Jesse. First things first. We talked yesterday. We spent a lot of time up in Pickett's office. There's been a major development since then, and it's going to be the first thing I clue you in on. And I want you to get ready for this one because it might be shocking. We ran the blood from the scene at the camp yesterday and got a
Okay,
DNA
just-
profile from it.
If I find out you're also, I thought I could trust you, and you're also scheming this, whatever corrupt Martinez has planned to get himself out of this.
No.
I already, they told me last night. They told me last night, and then I was locked again, like I've been, still like
so-
I'm in a coma in the firm with no, and then everyone's just gone and asleep, and I'm just left all alone by the water. Just
I'm sorry about that. It got crazy last night, and then I was absolutely cooked and had to get some sleep. Did Jeb talk to you about the DNA?
he briefly walked in, extremely enraged and upset, dropping the news.
Okay, so you know that
And
Jesse,
that was it, and walked away. Pretty
he
much.
told you that Martinez might be your father.
Yeah.
Now, I'm stressing might be because here's the thing. I'm a detective, right? And I'm going to be honest with you, and this is going to sound horrible. I saw an opportunity last night, and I took it. I don't know whether or not Jesse Martinez is your father. But I ran your DNA earlier that day from the crime scene at the, not even crime scene, the thing at the camp. And I ran Mr. Martinez's DNA. And I don't know if I didn't clean the equipment or it didn't calibrate correctly, but the results came back and said that there could have been a match between the two of you, and you might be his daughter. So I went ahead and told Martinez that. I'm not a doctor, and I don't know how these fucking machines function or how they work. I just saw an opportunity and I took it. So I want you to help me. I believe that Commissioner Martinez is in the middle of something right now that is maybe worse than what happened to you, and it will affect the entire PD. So I want to use the emotional state he's in, thinking that you might be his daughter, to have you help me question him. Because I feel that he might open up to you more than he would open up to us, being that you're his daughter. Now, if you want to chase that rabbit hole later down the line when this is all said and done, get together with doctors or 23andMe, I don't fucking care. Somebody who's not a 47-year-old detective who's honestly, I don't even know how to use the computer machine. I got sick with a virus the other day. Like, Mason took my computer machine privileges away. So if you want to do that, get together with somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing. But are you willing to help me right now? Are you willing to keep what could be a lie going to help catch him and help PD?
Really, honestly, tired of this.
I am too.
I'm at a loss of words. I'm honestly, and I know it's quite ironic, but I'm tired of talking.
Jesse,
I mean-
I'm going to step in right now, and I'm going to be a little bit more uncouth in what I say. I need you
It's gonna be okay, Jesse.
to tighten up. It is going to be
I'm-
okay. Let me finish. It's going to be okay, but I need you somewhere inside of the shambles that you have become since I departed from the city a few days ago is a outstanding police officer, one who may even find themselves in a position to lead police officers one day. I need you to buckle in right now in this very moment. Trust us. Tonight, this ends. Tonight, on this night, in one way, shape, or form, the nightmare ends. You have to trust me on that.
We can only do it if you help us, though.
That is the only way. We put it to bed tonight, but we do need your assistance. We need you to buckle in one more time. Give us one more ride, and you can take a leave of absence if you need until you're feeling better.
You caught $1 million on a suspect the other day, right?
Damn.
I need
figured
that
out
officer to come
that's
out.
why they kidnapped, by the way.
Well, I mean, yeah, $1 million
I know
isn't
y'all
a
were
light
gonna
prize.
try and pin it on that group, and because of whatever they were trying to. PD first investigator saw some love affair, and it was actually because I had just busted them twice in a row
Well, then
for
we're
very large amounts of money.
So then when we put
'Cause they're
this to bed,
thieving.
when you come back, we're going to go after them for that.
There have been Jeb. I think I'm starting to. He scares me. He has since I first took him as a lawyer, and I was his client, and I mentioned how I had security, and people thought way too deeply into that, and he was there, and he took me and communicated to me the importance of all this, and every day since then has, and he just is growing more and more and more agitated because I'm having things drop on my pile with Mickey dying, and then finding out he lied, and I'm not supposed to talk unless he's. So I mean, you just need to talk to him, and just y'all need to just leave me alone for maybe a bit, or
I'm gonna be
yeah,
honest.
we
I'm gonna be
we don't.
honest with you. Talking to Jeb right now is not an option.
He
Jesse.
stonewalled us every time. And
It's
that's
not an
why this
option.
process has been so long. Because we kept going to him instead of you, and we got stonewalled every single time we sat down with him. We
Well,
couldn't
I
get
also
anything.
think, and this is just from what I know of Jeb, I also think Jeb is a man who doesn't want to do anything unless it's definitive action and it makes a definitive change. So everything up until now we've been talking to Jeb about is under the guise of, do we, not arrest Martinez and try to help PD? What do we want Stackhouse to do? At this point, we're all in agreement that Martinez is probably one of the most corrupt, or if not the most corrupt officer in the department. And being that he's a commissioner, double bad. So at this point, I believe if we talk to Jeb and we explain to him exactly what we just explained to her, everybody's going to be on the same page. But Jesse, it's going to be all right.
Okay, you say we're gonna end one nightmare, only to
Yes.
create another nightmare.
There's always
For
another
myself.
nightmare. For yourself.
What nightmare are you creating?
The meeting y'all had, the relationship between PD and DOJ.
Say that so
The relationship between PD and DOJ.
If I'm
Jesse,
speaking with y'all without Jeb, that's gonna affect me.
no, absolutely not.
And that's all I'll say on it. Because right now, as an officer, I'm choosing. Again, I'm sorry, I'm lost for words. The primary. What takes primary right now? That's
Yeah,
I'm
what
focused
takes
on.
primary, Jesse, right now is we have. Here's the facts, okay? And I like to work around facts. The facts of the situation are we have a commissioner. Now, I'm going to stop beating around the bush. We have a commissioner who is very, very in tune to the idea that he may be being watched, his every step being watched. The same commissioner, I have reason to believe, has the hands in the pockets of individuals that we have yet to discover, one of which could be the exact person that you are that is telling you not to speak with anybody. Jesse, what I'm telling you is time is a very precious value to us. It's an asset that we cannot afford to waste any more than we already have. If we do not act suddenly, swiftly, with confidence, I fear we not only jeopardize the integrity of this entire investigation, but we also jeopardize the integrity of PD, what it is and what it will become. And most importantly, I believe we jeopardize the lives of everybody standing in this circle and many more.
Exactly.
Jeb
And
being
what you're
one of
asking
them.
me to do is I'm gonna eliminate one enemy and create another large enemy.
How are you going to
What
create an
enemy?
enemy?
I don't know.
And is the enemy Jeb or is it the Department of Justice? Like, that's where you're kind of
No,
losing me a
it's-
little bit.
And I know y'all just this is all some trick. I know y'all just
This isn't a
y'all
trick.
want
I'm
me
just
talk
trying to.
get comfortable and
I'm
then
we're
you
trying to
that's
understand.
putting me at risk. That's why I ran away and tried to fake my kidnapping to protect everyone and focus on what takes primary. I'm sure it's just small things. There's small things and there's a fine line, and I know where to draw that line. Is some officers, like the one officer, decided to not have my back but shoot me in the back. It's those and everyone who don't know where the line is, and it's the answer of how to make the line apparent to them. And I agree on both sides with the lawyer and y'all. I just don't know how we find the common ground between those two.
Well, there's no common ground in corruption. So everybody that's acted corrupt or is doing corrupt things is going to get walked out in handcuffs, like Martinez. There is no common ground for those. After that, we hire new and we train them right. And we have new SOPs in place. We talked about that yesterday. I mean, me and Mason have written new SOPs for every department, including the general policing. And if they're not followed to the letter of the law, then there's wording in there that will make sure you're no longer part of the department. You're absolutely right. There's a massive culture change that needs to happen here at this police department. And it started way back in the day when the SOPs were written incredibly loosely. People were given little direction, and we're dealing with the aftermath of that right now. But to shake off that aftermath is to arrest the officers that have gone so far against the SOPs that it's become corrupt, and make sure the ones that are put in place after that hold up to those SOPs and the standards of law enforcement.
Then it sounds like we are all more on the page than we
Yeah, everybody's on the same page, I think, and my goal at the end of all of this is to put Jesse Martinez in handcuffs and give him a perp walk through MRPD.
Why do we keep saying his name?
Because
what about the shooter?
Because that's easy. We don't need to investigate the shooter. We just put him in handcuffs and that's done. But Martinez gave a bad order, and that order was acted on, which got you shot. And
Because I don't.
through our investigation, that bad order we found out was a systemic problem. That systemic problem was backed up through SOPs, and those SOPs created other corrupt officers. So because of this one incident that happened to you, it opened up an entire web of corruption for me and Mason to look into. That's why Nikki Danger got arrested the other day. Why other officers lost their jobs and left the department to join some bullshit XPD motorcycle club. Like, because they know me and Mason are hunting around every corner, acting corrupt, we will get you out one way or the other. It's either going to be in handcuffs or a body bag. We weren't named IA, but we should have been.
More to follow on that topic. But anyways, here's where I'm at. Where do we go from here? Jesse, what are you comfortable with doing from this moment? Right now, what are we doing?
Asking me?
Because
Why
I
don't y'all
need
just
your
act
help.
upon it?
Because I need your help to question Martinez. That is our next step. Because right now, he believes that you are his daughter. And with that emotional state, he will confess things to you that he wouldn't confess to us.
Okay, fine.
Does that make
Jed
sense?
is going to be royally ticked off if we do not include him with this. He
I
wants him
maybe
taken down
we-
too.
I'm going to
so
call
I don't
Jeb
understand
first.
why he's
Yes, I'm going to
stonewalling.
call Jeb right now and see
I'm
if he's
sure
awake.
will-
If he's not awake, it's going to be serendipitous anyway that we talk to Jeb, because he has a large security crew. I was talking to Victor for a while
Hello.
yesterday, and I don't trust a lot of officers. So if we need backup on this, I would like to rely on Jeb and his security team.
No.
Jeb has a security team that rivals the fucking police department, and I didn't know that until just the other day. Now that I do, and I've talked to them, and I know what they're about, I trust them more than the officer.
Rivals? What do you mean by that?
I'm sorry?
Rivals? What do you mean by that?
Like, about as big, about as powerful. Like, I mean, like, the Jeb and his web of security Like, if we fired the entire police department and hired Jeb's team of security, we wouldn't be missing an officer.
Oh. Okay. Thinking something different you were trying to say.
No. Yeah, I'm just saying that, like, yeah, it's like they compare.
Now, if I talk about what I was thinking with the charges right now, it's not set in stone. I'm just going to give you my train of thoughts. It's not you're going to take this and, oh, we got her, we know now, we don't.
Well, so that's the other thing, right? Is that you're in a position because you had the crime acted upon you. You do get the last say as to whether or not the police press charges. So even if, like, we were to go, oh, we're not going to press charges on Martinez, you could say, no, I want to press charges on Martinez, and then we have to. So you're also in the unique position where you call the shots.
We sure as heck don't sit on the streets for this long asking the victim if they're pressing charges. We just go full force for the criminal.
Most officers don't. Me and Meeson do. That's why me and Meeson get to work this, because they've recognized us to be worth a fuck.
So when I tell you my idea of what I wanted to do with the charges, that's not set in stone.
It is not, no. Unless you tell us this is absolutely what I want to do. You can just throw out some suggestions.
Well, I wanted to know, I don't know if I guess I'm privy to that, or I told him that I wanted to make everyone sweat. I wanted the investigation to proceed, and then I would determine if I would press charges on all the officers, because there's still all the officers that sort of stood there. And honestly, I take pity on them because I was an officer there for the few days, and I've seen the horseplay and the messing around, and it's honestly not even their fault. It's lead by example.
Yes, ma'am.
So I was going to show pity and forgiveness on all the officers there to maintain the good relationship that I built with them, and to try and return to the workplace not as a snitch. But it's not snitching. Snitching is like you're in a gang and they're your brothers or something, and then you go against them. You say you're gonna keep secret, and you go and snitch on that. That to me is a snitch. Me, I'm an officer. I'm a person. This is just telling the truth.
Yes.
And it happened inside, a federal, a government facility. I mean, there's just no secrets. Anyways, I don't know where I'm going with that, but I just show pity on the officers.
So you can absolutely think about what you want to come as the end result of the criminal act that was taken upon you, and that is all up to you. I think you're right. The wise move would be to take some pity on the officers that were around and hold the ones that actually acted accountable. I think that's wise. But again, you've got full reign to think about it. Nothing's set in stone. And I'll be honest with you, our entire plan through this whole thing has been the exact same thing. Let the investigation run, make everybody sweat, see how they react to it, and then make the determination from there as to how we act. And the last conversation that we had with Jeb, me and Meeson, was that we wanted to run that specific sentiment by you, and we were waiting for a response from Jeb.
Yeah. Now, what did you find in the investigation with all the officers? I mean, now, if they had no remorse or no anything, and the corruption digs deeper into that, then I would press charges. And they're all technically facing with the law, if we even are going to follow the law book that we've created, for not acting upon.
Yes.
I will show pity now, but if in the investigation one of them's swearing and laughing, or she deserved it or something, or I think they realize their mistakes and will show remorse.
So, first things first, when it came to the other officers, most of them were not even most, actually all of them were very much on the page of if I was asked to do that, I wouldn't have done it. A lot of them weren't even aware that you were pretty injured. A lot of them regretted it, and there was no conspiracy behind that, which is why none of them have been arrested. That being said, I do think we take this one step at a time, right? I think we go big picture first. I think if we get caught up with a lot of this stuff, things will slip through the gaps. I think one step at a time is the best way to do it. And the first step, like I said, or like Bo said, Mr. Paulo said, is going to be the up top guy, right? Because we've established a web. We need to get that sorted out.
Once we sort that out, and I know you asked for, what did we find in the investigation? I can't give you the specifics of what we found. If Apollo would like to, that's on him. But I will tell you the specifics around your investigation is that, like Mason said, the officers that were around, we had a couple that were in their head at the time, so they were unaware. All of them were remorseful that it even happened, and they wouldn't have done the same act themselves. And like you said, some of them weren't even aware how extensive the injuries were. I can tell you definitively that Jesse Martinez seemed like, and this is my opinion, seemed like he jokingly gave a terrible call that he never should have even joked about, which resulted in another officer, Sassy, shooting him in the head. And whether it was a joke or not, the order, it doesn't matter. But that is how I took it as an investigator, and that it was acted on again by Sassy, fucked in of itself. But through our investigation, because of that, we have uncovered other PD corruption, and this PD corruption that we're talking about is unrelated to your incident, which is why I can't really divulge the details. But again, if Apollo would like to, that's on him.
This is a
That's
snowball
fine.
effect.
Y'all don't have to, I guess, give me the detail. If you found in your investigation they are guilty or weren't remorseful, then you know that. I don't need to know that. I guess, or not.
Yeah,
guess,
I mean, when
really
the
care.
rest of the investigation settles, when actually, and you're going to get a lot more details if you agree to help us. I will give you all the details, but if you agree to help us, we will give you some more details because we will need to kind of fill you in on what we need from you specifically.
All right. Well, then you know.
So, are you agreeing to help us, son?
I mean, can at any time we also include Jeb?
Absolutely.
I really don't.
Actually, let me try
he's
calling him right
pretty
now.
mad.
Sorry.
Don't know if
No, wait, Bo.
he's dropped me.
What's up?
Or
Just wait. Don't call him yet.
'cause if he's probably gonna be. He just did not want me to talk without him. And this, we probably should not have done this on top of everything yesterday and everything the past few days. This.
If Jeb gets angry,
Hopefully
I'll
it's-
deal with Jeb. Jeb and I have a good relationship, and we know how to speak sense to one another, and I think he will see
He
the sense
seems-
in what I'm talking.
Seems close to Storm. That's why That's why I asked for Storm, because he was a part of
Right.
the meeting with Jeb and a couple of those hooligans.
Jeb
Storm
won't
was-
get
I'm
rowdy
still-
with me. Jeb just won't. He just won't get too rowdy with me. Me and Jeb go back to Jeb's starting days. We go way, way back. Me and Jeb have a very unique relationship, one that is centered around trust and professionalism. But Jeb will not walk into a room with me and fly off of the deep end, nor will I do that to him. So if we need to speak to Jeb, we can certainly do that.
Okay, well, it still might not guarantee what he might do after. Again, I need to remind myself of the primary.
Jeb seems like a man of integrity of the law, and when it comes to what he might do after, he might be angry, he might be upset for a while, but again, him and I have a good working relationship, and when Jeb's a guy who just needs to be talked to sensibly, and just honestly, and in some direction of law, and when you do that, he understands, or he will voice his opinion against, and it will be something to consider because usually factual and smart. So
Jeb has his quirks.
if
but you
Jeb
hit
gets
the nail on the
angry-
head, he's very, very
yeah,
by the book when he needs to be.
and when he gets angry, I find it's because he cares. So if he gets angry at you, it's because he cares about how this turns out. It's not because he's just angry and wants revenge. It's because he wants to make sure that things improve and do go the way they should.
I mean, I don't even have to say. I mean, Storm, you saw it. I was still confused. I mean, Storm, you were there in his firm with all those hooligan people. You should have seen their. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't know anything about that. I just know we're all up there, and so again, I'm sure y'all. I haven't seen anything bad. He didn't do anything bad. He just hangs out. Oh, I guess he's a lawyer, so that makes sense.
Jeb's also very intelligent, so. We need to move. I feel like
Yes.
tonight is going to be a lot of movement, but we need to move. Not only locations, but we need to move on something. We need to be actively taking a step forward from this point until we reach what I am going to predict will be the crossroads that will be tonight. But we need to keep one foot in front of the other until then. We cannot afford to be stagnant a minute longer.
Yeah.
And so from there, up to you guys what we do.
In my opinion, I think what we do is, Miss Stackhouse goes with Jeb. We contact Jeb, tell him that what our plan is. Maybe we all go down to MRPD and do what we were talking about earlier.
Yes, and Jeb will also be able to help formulate and coach some questions that she'll have to ask. So that, yeah, we do need to get in touch with him.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give him a call right now and just see if he's around. And if not, I'll fire him an email. I hate fucking bothering him like that. I've bothered him literally like the last 3 days. And yesterday, it was a huge waste of his time, and I really feel bad.
Your call has been...
All right, well, that went right to voicemail.
Yeah, I also believe that Mr. Martinez is also not present.
Oh, wasn't it? Oh, shit. All right.
So, with that being said, what other... we've got to do something.
Yes.
What else can we do?
Give me 2 minutes to look over my notes. Maybe I can come up with a plan.
Gather ammo.
We can start to work it from the other side, right? If we think that Martinez might know something or is going to do something, then we shake down the people he would do it with. And right now that list is the Twisted Demons, Lost Souls, and DFS?
GSF.
GSF.
Well, let's fucking shake them up then.
Yeah,
go shake
that
'em
would
up.
be the next call.
Can I please, like, have... I'm so... The whole... being security and locked up and with them and... Can I please finally get some other sort of protection? Are there any good cops left other than this circle?
Let me check my notes.
Miss Viking, do you... And also
Oh
Sam.
yeah, by the way, y'all should probably talk to her. She's freaking out earlier talking to me. Not me, but she didn't know. And
About the armor thing?
No, probably about the kidnapping from yesterday, when Jack asked your stage around kidnapping. Viking was the first to respond to it, kind of got freaked out.
yeah, like the birdie messages, that was on me. I wrote those.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
I made a post. I took a picture, and right immediately after I made the picture, because I wasn't about to give it, everyone's gonna be coming there. I immediately made a 911 right after.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it was a little suspicious because she said that she arrived 4 minutes on scene. Arrived to the scene 4 minutes after that was reported, and regardless, anyway, Like I said, I think, like I said, we work the other angles. We shake other individuals down. As far as other protection goes, we could Miss Viking. I mean, you guys get along pretty well. I mean, if you guys wanted to go that route with her, that would be okay with us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is a nice officer. She's good. She's trying to get to the bottom of it. She expressed to me that she also has doubts in PD and thinks that people and all y'all are lying to her, and so she's trying to investigate it and get to the bottom of it. I was in training with her in the academy. We both got hired on and did it the same day. Her and all the other cadets. Yeah, and actually, never mind. That doesn't matter right now.
So you want me to call her and see if she's okay with meeting with you, or?
Sure. Actually, the whole reason and I guess we haven't talked is Mickey that all popped up and that just really set me in a spiral because I don't know if I really want to keep including more people to just die in my name.
I think Mickey, I don't think Mickey's death was remotely on you. I mean, honestly, not even a little bit.
Yeah.
I guess tell you what I was told.
That'd be good.
I was just told, and it was made very apparent to me over and over that his death is a result of me, and he was investigating with Martinez, and then look at where he ended up. So
wait, hold
wait,
the phone.
Wait.
Okay, see, this is I'm digging my grave right now.
No, you're not.
No, you are not.
No,
You're
I am
keeping
because
a
Jeb
lot of graves from being dug.
No, Jeb definitely wants to be part of this and doesn't want me to talk. I'm sure he'll tell y'all it plays more into he just wants to take Martinez down. He's all about Martinez, don't trust Martinez. So I'm sure we can all now be on the same batting team.
Can you elaborate a little bit more on Mickey? What do you mean he was investigating with Martinez? Do you know what they were working on?
I met Mickey before I became an officer in front of MRPD. He immediately asked me if I was a missus, and I said no, this, that. He said, oh, well, you want to be my missus and have babies? I don't know, real fast. I just met him. He was very kind, very nice gentleman, said, you want to treat me right, whatever. And we got each other's phone numbers, and I really barely, we barely spoke after that, other than I just kept seeing him. He was a lawyer at the firm, or at the PD, hanging around, seeing clients. And so we just got to know each other, seeing each other in sales. When I got hired on, I put him as one of my emergency contacts. And when I was in the coma and I woke up, he was there and he was all in distraught. And at the time when I woke up from my coma, I had also lost a lot of my memory. I could only remember my first day of academy and nothing after that, like being so cleared or what happened after. He was pretty upset. I came to find out through therapy and the days recovering, getting my memory back. We had gone on one date. He got me pizza. We went to the beach. He very much liked me. And he was put to be, I was under his care. And when I got released from the hospital, the first day before I got in touch or anything with the lawyer, and we drove around. He makes these poor decisions, driving me into shootout areas to get gas and driving recklessly. Mickey then just kept saying we were only left the hospital for an hour until he's like, oh, I gotta go, like I have things to do. He just always kept leaving in cars randomly, and I had to go to PD to grab something. He said, hold on, and he's in a car and drives off to go somewhere, I'm not sure, and comes back. And then the second day in recovery, woke up and I was with him again for not only, I think we left the hospital for 15 minutes until and then we're in the car and he says, "Don't get upset, don't freak out, but there's people or hit out on me," and proceeds to drive to the hospital to drop me off. And that was the last I ever heard from Mickey was, "Don't freak out, don't be upset, but I can't remember exactly if he said there was a hit out on me or if there was people after me." And then a day or two, I don't know, the days honestly are starting to get mixed up at this point. He shows up dead, and I'm just being told and from my legal that he was investigating to what happened to me with apparently Martinez and ended up dead. So that's why the whole narrative and why I've been so on edge is because he was investigating me and he died because of it. And look at the body, look at the body. I had to stare at his body. We went to his funeral.
Who said
That's
that
it.
who told you all that he died because of the investigation? And look at the
I
body on
mean,
that.
my lawyer, the lawyer did, and as well as my security that's been with me, Victor, who's been very kind. And when we got the news, we went to the hospital, and I pressured him to let me see, even though I was supposed to be in a cover. And he said we got approval, and so Victor and I had a moment at the bedside looking at his dead body. I tried tasing it. I tried doing anything to see if maybe there was something left, and just nothing. And my security guard told me, look at him. You see what happened. He looked into Martinez and ended up, or not, yeah, or he investigated into you. And so.
Is Victor around?
Well, Victor's he's not a bad guy.
No, he's not a bad
He's
guy,
been
but I do
keeping
need to talk to him
very
about
safe.
this.
Yeah, sure. I could call him. I sent him my location earlier, and he must not been awake. But I will see. You want me now, or is that?
Yeah.
I mean,
Honestly, I could meet him at MRPD.
No, he is a tad. Oh, I'm not supposed to use that word. I'm an adult now. He definitely. We've grown close. We've spent so much time. We kind of like brother and sister banter back and forth. But he does report everything back to Jed.
Okay. I do need to talk to Victor as soon as possible, and we need to get Mickey's phone records for the day he died.
This is how it's gonna roll. He's gonna be like, "Oh," and then he's gonna call Jeb. Jeb's gonna be like, "Oh, they're talking now about the whole Mickey thing."
Whatever
Jeb
gets
needs to
me to
realize-
Jeb faster, I don't care, but I need to talk to Victor.
Are you ready for that storm?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, this isn't bad. This all helps to get. I think he thinks you should have. Storm heard my ideas at first for punishments, and there was nowhere close to the whole arrest.
I think we talked to Victor. I think we talked to Jeb, and I think we start shaking down any of these ties.
We should get Mickey's phone records for the day he died. That needs to happen immediately.
Because I'm on board pressing the charges on the two individuals, and Jeb is as well, and I'll call him. What did you say? What do you want to say?
Never mind. Yeah, I mean, like Apollo said, we need to start shaking the tree a little bit.
Yes.
We need to fucking rattle some motherfuckers, so.
I agree.
No, his phone call went.
Fuck.
That's okay. I mean, like
That's
I said,
all right.
meantime,
We got shit that we
shake
can
trees.
do. Can you give me a rundown of the list of individuals that you wanted to shake up? Gang affiliated, I would say.
So we've got the ex-officers from Twisted Demons. We've got the Lost Souls MC. It was told to me that they were going to help hit some PD event with the Twisted Demons, and then GSF. It was again told to me that they were going to assist Lost Souls and Twisted Demons hit a PD funeral or something.
Priority amongst all of these shakedowns is connect all of these entities with Martinez.
Yes, Twisted Demons I think should be our first.
They're going to be the most obvious one. But
Twisted Demons also presents an issue for me
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
As I've been told, my head is on their docket. So I think maybe we
Well, all
don't
of
do
our
them
heads are on the
first.
docket.
Yeah, maybe we don't talk to them first unless we know that they've got somebody on the inside that would benefit from talking to us. That's very hard water to tread. I think we go. Let's work the other ones.
If yes, we can work the other ones, but if we're thinking about it like it's a problem, we can also think of it like it's an opportunity, right? If we got these guys, a couple of them, into a box, and we take the charges that we have against them right now, and we dangle a carrot with a reduced sentence, as well as we do the interrogation right to give them the platform to enact the change that is their MO. I think
Well,
they might take it.
I'll be honest with you. I was in a box with those guys. If you think that they have their head on straight, you're crazy.
They
I'll be
don't,
honest
but I
with
think
you.
they are smart enough to understand the gravity of their situation after a couple of days.
They don't even believe that they're doing anything. When I was telling you that they are delusional, they are delusional. They thought that everything they're doing is okay. Nothing. It's not corruption. I mean, I literally was standing in front of them like, there's no way these people actually think that what they're doing isn't illegal, right? Because that's what they're convinced. They are convinced they are doing absolutely nothing wrong. And the minute that we bring up the charges and allegations against them, the only thing that's going to happen is they're just going to go straight to defense. Well, this isn't corruption. That's exactly what happened with Gordon. That's exactly what happened
Understand
with
your
all
point.
these people.
Another plus of bringing in the Twisted Demons first is that we act on the subpoenas.
We can act on those without talking to them and then use the subpoenas as ammo when we talk to them.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, right? Is she is convinced that we don't know shit. Obviously, we have all of our evidence, and I imagine that the subpoenas are just going to give us even more evidence, and we can just be like,
Yes,
hey,
but
look.
let's give them the opportunity to confess to things we wouldn't find in the subpoenas by threatening them with them and then seeing what they give us that wouldn't be in there, and then we still act on the subpoenas to find what we find.
Regardless, I honestly think we start with, what was that? The other MC there?
Lost
Lost
Souls.
Souls. I think we start with those guys because, quite frankly, finding the connection between them and the others, I think, is going to be a lot more beneficial to everything else.
Sure. Only issue with the Lost Souls is I have no idea what their power structure looks like. So we could be pulling over prospects for all we know.
Fuck it. Let's walk up to the block.
Actually, there's more on Mickey.
Okay. What you got on Mickey?
I swear, if Jeb's the new person coming after me. Mickey, I mean, this isn't bad against anything with Jeb. It's just okay, so Mickey, we found out also after his death that, you know, we don't know if he died because of Martinez thing, because we found out that Mickey the whole entire time, by the way, okay, did y'all know that the officers were letting in fake lawyers, aka Mickey? He didn't even work at the firm. When Jeb found out about that, Jeb, that was on news to Jeb. We all found out about that, and that Mickey apparently had some times working with criminals, asking criminals to help him get get cops off him, just illegal activity, messing with gangs, taking personal money, charging people, and now it's supposed to be with the firm. He wasn't even a lawyer for so long. When he was entering in and out of PD, we let someone keep coming into our department that wasn't even a lawyer. So that's all I think I can remember on that. It's just, so then, so Mickey is also a liar. All the crap he probably fed me. It's just, it was just a gang or something, and he was getting roped in. Because there was one time he got kidnapped when we went on our first date. He got a call from his client, and we went up to here in Sandy at the ammunition store. I see an individual walking across the road, his back towards me, 15 feet probably away, with a gun in hand. So I went to approach and see what that was about. And as I was walking north from the ammunition store, 3 people came up behind me with guns, and 3 or 4, and they took all of us. They robbed us, bagged us our heads, and dropped me off behind some building, and then took them and ended up hurting Mickey to the point he don't remember what happened to him. So that all now makes sense later on when we found out he had been lying. And so he's, who knows, honestly, if it was if he was actually investigating.
Right.
He got roped up with things with trying to help clients when he was not.
Either way, that's something we could use in an interrogation if it came down to it. So it's good to know. Now, Mason, do you remember the day that Nikki Danger told us that we had to protect Mickey at all costs or whatever?
Yeah.
What's the chance that she was running some kind of fucking operation with him with CID equipment or CID level access that PD didn't know about, and it involved Martinez or Gordon or whoever?
0. I'll be honest. Here's what I think. Look, like I said, I'm gonna sound like a harsh motherfucker, but I was standing in front of them. I interrogated them. I talked to them for a long time. The individuals that we are connected to him, they don't have foresight. They don't think very much. They used him. They left him out to dry. I really think that's all that happened.
Right.
I genuinely think they were like, we need this. He gave them that. And then they were like, all right, see you later. And he was like, well, what about? And then they were like, okay, I'm going to go patrol now.
Sorry, I don't mean.
Because that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
That being said, we gotta go shake some people up and kick in doors.
Word up. Let's do it. You gonna get in touch with Viking for her?
I
don't know. Do we really want to include Viking? And
Well, I mean, did you say you wanted to like go ride or you don't tell anybody anything?
I don't want
but if
to
you want
ride
to just
along.
go
I
ride.
just want some different faces around me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you want to go for a ride with
shoot.
Viking and just go on patrol, go get some food or whatever, you can do that.
Go
Just
on
don't.
patrol?
Well, I mean, just
That
go patrol
really good
around with her.
idea?
That's up to you. You brought it up.
That wasn't my idea. I guess I can't be a part of this investigation.
All right. So what would you like to do then? Are you gonna head to Jeb's or?
I guess I was either just gonna sit at the hospital for a bit or sit at the firm and wait for him.
Okay.
We'll
Yeah.
see if he wants to speak to me. He's barely spoken to me. I've been waiting and waiting on any updates.
Do you? This is up
yeah,
to
I
you.
Think I think it's up to Apollo.
Well, I mean, I'll ask her first for her safety. I mean, would you want to roll with us?
Yeah, can I please? I will whatever stay from a distance or something.
Apollo, what do you think?
I don't need to listen to any conversations. I need something different.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
She rolls with us for a little bit.
I absolutely.
All right.
Okay. All right, let's first things first. I need a fucking 4-door.
We definitely need a 4-door. I have a
so let-
motorcycle, a 2-door, and then a 2-door.
We can go. I'll go pick up an SUV if you guys want to bring me to the that car dealership.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
You
want a minute, sir?
Huh? All right, where are we off to? Sorry.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I
or
can
no?
hear you. Yeah.
Look, I don't know. Is she right behind this?
Yes. Are we going to that car dealership?
Yeah.
I'll be
she'll
in my
meet you
head
at the
just a
car
minute.
dealership.
Yeah, you're good.
Red Ocean. Look, we have to be careful with Jeb, because I'm telling you, I trust him. I think he's a good dude, but I don't really trust him. I don't trust him to not fly off the handle and want too much. We have to taper his expectations early, because if he goes into any conversation thinking that he can walk out with what he wants, it could get real ugly real quick on a lot of different ways.
Yes.
Between DOJ, between PD, between a lot of different things. He needs to understand that this is our investigation and we're going to carry it out how we want. If he's representing Jesse Stackhouse, that's what it is. That's just my opinion on it.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, we've also got it. Like I said to you the other day, it's a very cut and dry case where, I mean, like I said, like her thing, her investigation, and the rest of it are two wildly different things. I will give him the moon when it comes to the Stackhouse investigation because they are 100% guilty, and that's what should be done. When it comes to the other stuff, he has no say. They can just help us enact the changes.
I'm not saying he shouldn't be involved or anything like that, but like I said, we need to taper his expectations.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Because if he goes into anything thinking that he's gonna walk out with what he wants will be too much, and we already know that. He'll want the fucking head of everybody, literally everybody.
Maybe. I haven't known him to want the heads of people that don't deserve it, though. And that includes his own clients, because I've seen him deal with his own clients and tell them straight out, yeah, you're guilty. Deal with whatever they give you.
Yeah, but he's already proven to us that if we don't have something to offer him or something to give him, then he will fly off the handle.
What's up?
I think there's a helicopter phone.
Okay, I'll keep an eye out. That one right there?
It was a little I don't know.
Okay.
North.
Well, they can't see us right now regardless.
What's following us?
She said a helicopter might be following us.
A helicopter?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is anyone on duty?
I don't know.
Martinez saw who we were. Should I call him and ask him, tell him we're at Pizza This picking up food and see if he wants anything?
No, I don't see a helicopter following us. Where is she? We're just gonna wait here for a minute.
What are we doing?
She said she might have seen a helicopter following us, so we're gonna hang out here for a second to make sure there's
Wait,
not.
is he in the trunk?
Meeson is, yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it's only a two-seater, and I don't let anybody on the bench seat in the back. That's for cigarette butts and energy drinks.
How'd y'all decide between him and Storm?
Because Meeson looks like his grandmother dressed him.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to mess up that hat.
You're right. You don't want to mess up the hat, and you don't want to mess up the good look of the car. You know what I mean? Because it's like I got the whole leather jacket detective thing going on. He's got the cowboy hat suit thing going on. This is a buddy cop. You know what I mean? This is a buddy cop movie. You put Meeson in that front seat. What the fuck are we doing here? You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get to the car dealership. Goddamn Trans Am.
I'm just gonna go buy any SUV, to be honest.
Here, let me forward you $1 million.
That's not. We might need to buy another car at some point.
I have $2.2 million in the bank.
Okay.
Yo, what up? How you doing, partner? How you doing? I don't think I can hear you.
Your e-muscle. Now everything's
Oh,
gonna
word
stay out
up.
of order. We could order everything in about a minute. All right.
Why do we
Alright,
need
heard
all
that.
that money? Yeah, here you go.
What's up?
What's up, buddy? No, we had a guy the other day. He comes up to us. He goes, "Here's a bunch of money, for operational stuff, PD nonsense." And he looks at the guy and he goes, "The fuck do we need all this money? We don't need all this money. Just take it back." Being the nice guy. And I'm like, "Bitch, we could do so much shit with that money, and now we need the money."
Oh yeah. Yep. See, there you go.
You know
Should've
what I'm
taken it.
saying? Exactly. And
You
I
always
took
need
it.
it.
And
Money's always.
I literally just sent him $1 million with a memo that says, "This is why we needed the money." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, lessons learned, buddy. What's your name?
Oh man, my name's Charlie Murphy.
Charlie Murphy.
Yeah. What's your name?
Bo Hillinghead. Good to meet you, buddy.
Well, Bo, good to meet you too, man.
Yeah, man. How long you been selling cars?
About a month.
Oh shit, dude. Nice. Good for you.
Yeah. It's been good. I like it.
Nice, man. There's a big old hurricane coming up the coast. You're gonna be hunkering down for that.
Yep. Hopefully, I can come
you,
back
man.
and get my job.
Yeah, man. I was about to say you can be selling cars after. Good man.
I hope so. I don't know how. I don't know what's gonna go on. Kind of.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of up in the air. I don't even know if this dealership's gonna be here.
Yeah, we'll see what. Oh, I mean, yeah. When the hurricane hits, you never know what the fuck's roof's gonna get ripped off.
Yeah, man. I imagine so, dude. The owner of this has been, as far as businesses, we're open and there's normally somebody here, and that's
I
all
know
they
this
ask for.
place
Can
is
you,
always lit up.
Can you give me a the Aleutian in black, please, and then also the Landstalker XL in black?
Yeah, for sure. Be right back.
Thank you. Can you black out the windows or no? Yeah.
So the Aleutians?
Yeah.
Those are both SUVs, right?
Yeah, there's a Lucian, yeah, and then the other one's a Landstalker XL. What the fuck's the word with the Ranger, whatever? Why is that thing 32 million?
Because it's bulletproof. On the Landstalker, you want the
Oh,
XL or just normal?
XL.
Yeah, anything bulletproof is going to be like outrageously priced. There's a few options in here.
Okay.
How do you spell Aleutians?
It's like Aleuutian, I think. It's a weird one. It should be like halfway through the catalog on an SUV. It looks like a Ford Explorer.
Yeah, it's not going to be the same on here. You said ALU?
ALEU, I believe. I'll double check.
Okay, the Vapid Aleutian, 140,000.
Yep, that one. Yep.
All right, man, we got them both ordered. Should be here in about a minute.
Okay.
What's your name, Bubba?
Samuel Mason, Maeson.
And the Aleutian, what color do you want?
Black and
Black?
both, please.
Black and both. Okay. All right, yeah. Let's step outside and get these keys in your pocket, man.
Word up.
I just forgot.
There he
I
goes.
see a spider.
I think it's
No. I just got 2 SUVs. I don't know if we would need a second one, but better safe than sorry. Jesus Christ. Fucking chaps around this city, right, guys?
hold that for me.
Yes.
So you did buy 2 SUVs.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Who the fuck is this? Is this Jake with State Farm? Who's this?
What's up, man? How are you?
Hey, Jake, how are you, brother?
My name is Charlie.
All right, sorry about that, Jake. I didn't know that was a touchy topic for you. But anyway, did you
who's
sell
Jake?
them some SUVs?
Maybe.
Who's
Wow.
Jake from State Farm?
Jake
Yeah,
from
who's-
State
who's-
Farm. He's
who's
he's
Jake,
got a little
man?
bit of a.
I'm not sure who Jake is.
Uh-oh, I messed up again. I mean, yes, Jake from State Farm.
There you go. You're working on it. You're it's improvement. We're tracking in the right direction. That's what matters. You said your name's what again, Jake?
My name. It's actually Jake. You got me.
I knew. I
Oh my
fucking knew it.
goodness.
What's the
Yes.
word? Why are you
That's
calling
great
my wife at
detective
2
work,
a.m.?
boss. Great detective.
I didn't
work.
call your wife at 2 a.m. What are you talking about?
Some bitch.
I didn't call your wife at 2 a.m. What are you talking about?
Some bitch.
That wasn't me that called your wife. That's a different Jake.
She said it was Jake from State Farm.
Well, I'm not Jake from State Farm. I'm Jake from Autocar.
Yeah, that's
Same
exactly
fucking
what I
person.
was.
I heard
fucking
that's what he's
scared
doing
of.
now.
I don't know about that.
Where's this farm ranch of? I've been
Hey, what was the
studying
name of
ones
these
up north.
these
Haven't
SUVs
been.
I
going
think
into?
you're
You
lost,
mean?
Jesse. I'm sorry.
Who's
I
it
think
going
you
to? You
just-
said?
Yeah. I forgot.
Mason. Samuel
Okay,
Mason.
gotcha.
Maeson.
Yeah. Here we go. Let me just get your John Hancock real quick.
Whoa, we do that.
do.
Oh, no expenses spared.
All right, you ready for the other one?
Yeah, probably the rim's black too, low key.
There we go.
Appreciate you very much. Do you get commission off this? Oh fuck yeah, brother. I think Apollo, you should have keys to that one. You guys want to use both right now? Or we would just
No,
we'll
just
ride
one. Yeah.
There's ride one. I'll take this one. We can swap if we need to. Where did oh. Well, we can leave your car there for a bail car, yeah?
Where did? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm trying to park this.
Actually, let me move it. I'll put it up in that parking lot that's up there in the, what do they call that thing?
we need to go tint these windows.
Yeah. Holy shit. Oh,
up?
fuck, that was good, dude.
What's that?
Apparently there was techno playing super loudly. I couldn't hear it because my window was open, and Apollo just
Oh.
screamed, "Can we turn this techno off? I'm not on PCP." You know, my father, when I was a young lad, I was probably like 16 or something.
Hey, what's up, Wes? How you
Same
feeling,
thing
Doug?
happened, but he screamed, "I'm not in space. Turn this shit off." Anyway, yeah, so we'll go black out these windows, and then we'll hit up the Lost
I hate
Souls,
it
is
here.
that what
Yeah,
they're
no,
called?
dude, I absolutely agree with you. And if Apollo Storm wasn't, yeah, the Lost Souls. And if Apollo Storm
So what's
wasn't in the car
what's
with
the
us
play?
right now,
What's the
I
line
would
of questioning? What are we trying to get out of them, and why are we trying to get it out of them? Boom. Those are all questions we need to answer before
my,
we
my,
arrive.
my top priority right now is to connect everything that we have, every lead to Jesse Martinez.
And I'm gonna
That's my
have
priority, but we can have
Meeson
multiple.
put in a ticket
avenues.
against Gordon and that shit because
So-
his interrogation was all OOC the other day.
What do we
Like,
think
it's-
his
it's
connection
fucked.
with
These
them
guys
is?
are actually IRL mad.
I mean,
so
the
we're gonna
biggest
fuck
thing,
them up.
right, is going to be the fact that he was working with.
Yeah, you were there at the
Dipshit's
fucking
gang
meeting.
there.
Like, there's no way you were
And with
metagaming at
Dipshit's
all.
gang, if they agreed to help
if they're
them, they
just
have to
using
at least know
a,
why.
The followers in chat list or whatever off of
Maybe he
Twitch,
knows
like,
too much about them, and they're trying to whack him
That's
over it.
fucked. It's kind of one of those is what it is type situations, and you gotta gotta
what
trust
if
that the
it's
right
one of
thing's
those
gonna happen.
situations where they're being forced to? Because I've been thinking, why the city and everyone's been upset, and why would they help the cops? So maybe they would because they get benefit out of it, and so they're forcing.
I mean, you might not be wrong.
I'm gonna check Birdie.
That's That's Miller, so don't say anything.
What is that? What is that noise they're playing?
Want a full or basic?
Yeah, let me get that. Let me get that exhaust on me.
Hold on.
284.
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks, homie.
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
You want to take me to a clothing store after this?
Yeah. I'm gonna deal with what you emailed me right now, though.
Yes, thank you.
Whoa,
Yeah.
my.
Wow,
sup-
dude. Getting aggressive. Oh, now you're shining his shoes. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody is working.
For the first time.
Trying to get a hold of you.
I think it was in the said though.
Yeah, I've got some. I need you to pull your phone out. I got some things I gotta say.
I think he deserved it.
I need to talk to Mr. Apollo whenever you're done with him, alright? I'll meet you up that way. Right up on top there, if you can.
No, I'm doing it right now.
Ugh.
The hell is that fucking noise?
Let me copy a doc in here, and then I sent him to Elijah already too. But it's
Alright.
somebody y'all are investigating.
Where the fuck's my music at?
Somebody helping you guys out?
Not yet. I think you might be repairing it. I just need blacked out window tints and blacking out rims and the plate as well if possible.
Somebody already opened me here. The doors are all open.
I don't know. I think someone just ran up and like repaired it.
I,
I might.
I accidentally hit him and while I was double clicked
Oh.
on a button. Yeah.
Are you working on this one? Are you?
I was this one. Unless you want to do that one.
No matter. I got this guy. You need a repair,
Cool.
Willa?
Yeah, I just need blacked out windows too, though, and
Okay. And the
blacked
plate.
out- Yeah, and rims too, if that's possible.
All right. So you want the black on yellow plate? Or sorry, yellow on black. Tinted windows and black wheels.
That might be why you're.
Yes, but any rims that are black is fine. It doesn't matter what they look like.
What?
I can do any rim and paint it black.
He's talking shit around there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
You want an SUV rim though, or like an off-road rim?
No, SUV.
SUV? All right, bet. Are you gonna do any paint on the vehicle itself, or just the wheels?
Nah, just the wheels.
All right, so black rims, window tint, and the black and yellow plate.
Yes, sir. That's all.
Got you. Did you just have your car?
Hell
repaired?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
You need help.
Wanna help me with my car?
UHD.
What's up with you?
Oh, I can't open my MDT. I'm off duty. Fuck.
Yeah, you wanna? Can you help me with my cards, Daryl?
Yep. You wanna get in your car so it's clean?
No, it's not my car. It's my sister's.
Yeah, it really sucks when
step in
somebody
and
gets
step out.
IRL mad about RP shit, and you're just like, dog, just go with the fucking RP of it, and you know, oh, okay, now you've got to take IRL retaliatory action. That's fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. But on the plus side of things, it affirms to me that, you know, metagamers are not welcome here. And they get dealt with quickly, which I absolutely love. Just sucks that it got taken out on two people that I genuinely believe didn't. Well, one I know absolutely didn't, because I fucking literally, I fucking seen it. But I don't know. I don't know all the details of the story.
All right, let's get your tint put on. All right, what's gonna be the name for the bill, brother?
It's gonna be Meeson.
Mason?
Yeah, Samuel Meeson.
Where's your car? Oh, okay.
All right, it's only gonna be 4,000. It's 1,000 a piece. You're doing the wheels, the paint, the tint, and the wheels, paint, tint, plate.
Yeah, they're freaking crazy.
All right.
I know.
All right, there's your bill. All right,
Yeah,
let's
I did
find.
that one and he just kept driving.
Find you a set of wheels here.
Just like goes fucking tumbling like into a fucking tree, like spinning out, like whoa. When you can't think, cause like they're full sending you down the road. Can't stop them. So it's like, get your money, bro. Get that stick, that 12K. Fuck it. Fuck
my
I
bike.
mean, fuck McLaren, I guess.
What do you think of those?
That works for me, boss.
Works for you? All right.
Yes, sir.
Let me get your plate put on. All right, let me hop in here real quick, and you're all set, brother. All right, you're all set.
Thanks, buddy.
Hey, no worries. Be safe.
Thanks, man. Well, you got keys.
Oh.
Where'd they go?
I don't know. Oh, they're up top.
I was corrupt. But unfortunately, you won't find any substantive evidence that'll point you in the right direction. I challenge anybody to dig as deep as you want to dig. Corruption, as the term reads, is not something that you'll tie to my name as badly as I know some people want to. I can't speak on everybody's behalf when I say that, though. There are certainly some names that may or may not fit that description. Mine won't be one of them.
Well, if they're getting their information from outside sources, is bullshit.
I don't know. I don't even get engaged in that anymore. I've made it a point of mine to, however they get it is how they get it, and I'll work through it. But right now, I have some big shit that just hit my phone, and I need to share with these investigators so that we can move quickly. And I'd love to arrange a time and a date for me and you to talk one-on-one about some other things.
Yeah, can I get your number?
Absolutely. There you go.
Whenever you get free, like whenever, I can meet you wherever you want to meet. We can sit down and we can have a man-to-man conversation.
I'm down. I'm 100% down for that. Like I said, I need to jump on this really quickly as this information is hot off the iron.
Yeah. Go ahead and do your business.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes, sir.
We're moving.
Y'all be safe out there.
Get me the fuck out of here. Why the... You two investigators, if I
Yeah.
say the name Hamu Pango, what does that tell you?
It tells me he's one of my bosses.
He's also over the TRTN criminal
CID, yeah.
investigation.
I think we're being followed.
Okay. What if I told you that I have pictures and videos of him and Nikki Danger plain clothes having discussion?
Oh, fuck
Wouldn't be
yeah.
surprised. I wouldn't be fucking surprised. What?
Do I have either of your phone numbers?
No, I'll pull
no.
mine out now.
Let me, I'll
Yeah.
pull off that.
Well, it depends on if this is before or after her arrest.
This is after.
Well, move. They're robbing this place right here.
We just passed someone robbing someone out of their car. Oh my goodness.
I'm waiting for Sam.
Yeah, we're all
Oh,
off
sorry.
duty and plain clothes. We technically can't do anything.
Okay.
Because if we got out of the car and they couldn't immediately identify us as law enforcement, they could take action against us, and it could be construed as we didn't know they were cops. So, is he on duty? What are we thinking?
One second. Let me get you the stuff over.
Mason, take the wheel.
I'm trying to help them out.
Oh.
How the fuck do I send this media to you? Ah, I got it.
With a beard on? Is that him? Okay.
With a beard? I don't see a beard.
No.
When
There's
was
a
this?
different picture I was looking at. I absolutely have eyes on him with the tattoos, everything. Yeah, that's positive identification.
So, I have a question.
Wait, I'm
Was
listening
this
to the video. Oh, I don't hear any audio.
Was this before or after she was arrested, though? 'Cause that makes a huge difference.
Yeah, let me make a phone call. What? Yeah, don't die. But look, those pictures and videos, before you do expire, it's very important that you disclose something with me. What is the approximate date that you took these photos and videos? 10-4. Thank you. Hope you get better. Those photos are from today.
Received. So let's get Pango in a box first thing.
Yep.
Get back to MRPD. If somebody can call him over TAC, maybe we'll do like, oh my God, he's dying to know what we're working on with FIB. So if you call him and say, hey, I got to loop you in on something, he'll be right there.
And
sorry.
Apollo or me?
Apollo.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
he's
one
been
second.
wondering why I've been just fucking running around playing clothes, working on something, and not filling him in. And I'm like, I can't, dude. It's FIB. Like, I just can't tell you. Like, fuck that. He should tell me. And I'm like, it's between two of you. I don't know.
Storm, where did you put my service arm when you took it?
I'll
Actually,
get it for you
Jim
when we
got
get
it.
back.
Did you get it from Jim?
Actually, let's not do it in
Okay,
MRPD.
yeah.
Maybe we'll just do it. Well, yeah, we're
That's
confident
correct.
in MRPD.
Where's he at?
He's probably off duty. Does anyone have his phone number?
Is he in?
I mean, he must be.
I might have his phone number.
Oh, we can check the services app. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I have his number. I'll give him a
Go
call.
ahead and call him and tell him I need him on TAC 5.
Straight to voicemail.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
fuck.
All right. Well, don't lose that name.
Yeah.
Alright, well, get away from MRPD then.
This is Apollo Storm speaking. You called the former Blaine County Sheriff's Office line, since been disbanded. How may I not be of service to you?
That's
And some service.
Well, Blaine County Sheriff's Office is no longer in existence. This line is not a functional line. However, would you like me to transfer you over to the Los Santos Police Department?
Sorry, man. I'll give him a call. I just figured phone lines were merged when the transition took place.
No. BCSO is a dead line.
All right, thank you.
I'm unemployed. I work for the VU now. You might want to call LSPD.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Anyway.
Anybody catch the cuts on those bikers?
No, I can drive now if you want.
Oh, you playboy.
I'm actually really annoyed. Wow.
Yes, I am too.
That's fucking stupid,
I'll
bro.
move thing.
No. Bo, Bo, if you want to email him, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
know.
email him and fill him in.
It's fucking, yeah, it's stupid as fuck.
Just tell him FIB wants to speak with him as soon as possible.
No, he's gonna email you,
Who's going to email me?
Beauregard.
About what?
Just some stuff that landed in our laps just now. But that being said, so we want to hit up the biker gang, the Lost Souls, right?
That's correct. I think that's a good next stop.
Okay. Now, Lost Souls. Where they at?
I'll mark it.
Okay.
I've got you
Oh.
marked. We got to take a trip up north.
Damn.
You know.
All right.
Bo, how do we know about the Lost Souls?
That was from the meeting with West.
All right. Well, here's the biggest problem we have to solve before we get here.
Yeah.
Why are they going to talk to us?
Why would they?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to conjure up something and quickly.
We've got evidence that they are working with a gang of ex-PD officers who are going down for government corruption.
Love it.
And
That's-
because
I'm good with
they
that.
are affiliated with that, they too have opened themselves to government corruption. Which is
And
the
also
Nines.
terrorism.
And
Because
terrorism,
of,
which is the Nines.
Yeah, because that in itself, they're attempting to enact a change through.
Yeah. So either talk
through
to
violence
us
on government
and live to
officials.
fight another day, or you don't talk to us and you're going to prison for the rest of your life.
With that being said, how do we keep ourselves from being shot in this meeting as soon as we say something like that? They're just going, well, I mean, we could just kill you right here, right now. I mean, I think the idea of we're your friends is going to be the.
Okay,
what
this is
helps us.
out of left field. Does Jebediah Pickett represent the Lost Souls?
That is correct.
Do we bring Jebediah
Why?
Pickett with us and have him smooth things
yes.
over?
1 second. Pull over.
Yeah, just pull over here.
Great
No,
great thought.
I'm gonna go up to like Sandy. I just don't want people
Fuck.
passing by and
Yeah,
stuff.
and because Jeb wants the same resolution we do, so that's why they talk. We don't even have to threaten them. And then
Can I?
Jeb, what's that?
I'm sorry. I would just. Can I eat these chips under the seat?
Yeah, absolutely. We just bought the car, so they might have been there for a while. So just be careful.
Shoot.
We could stop and get you a bag of chips. Are you hungry?
No, I'm not hungry.
Thirsty? Anything?
No.
Is anybody hungry or thirsty?
I'm okay. Go
Hey,
ahead,
that was
Razzle.
Yeah, that was about 20 or about well now I'd say it was about 30 to 40 minutes ago before she flew out.
Okay, and that's
'Cause
the only information you have is just the pictures you've sent me.
Yeah, she was. I don't know what the fuck she was talking about to the rabbi-looking dude, but like I
Do
said,
you have
as soon
any
as-
idea who that is?
No, I don't know that guy, but it seemed weird.
Yeah,
Because they were talking hush tones and stuff, and I was sitting there taking pictures and making them very uncomfortable. And as soon as she was talking to the other that captain, they got real quiet as soon as they saw me pull over, and you could tell it was an abrupt change of subject. Because I had to get my licks in and be like, "Yo, how you liking the life on the other side of the law now?" She's like, "I can't do anything.
Doing big detective
I'm
shit?
on
Trying to,
bail."
man. Trying to.
All right, well, we're gonna do some digging. I appreciate it if you find out anything specifically who that rabbi fucker is.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I know for a fact that to buy it, well, I can all but guarantee, and you can confirm this with Mr. Hank. I forget what his last name is, but he works with y'all. We know that he is dating a former Fooligan, and they are based off of evidence that been encountered. They are working. He is
Cut out,
working with
Razzle.
fucking Gordon's little biker group too.
Hello?
Yeah, your voice cut out.
All right, we can pretty much with confidence say that Tobias is working with Gordon's little biker crew, because we tried to re-bleed out a member that was refusing to forget things, like how it's supposed to happen, and she pulled up with six of those Gordon's crew to the spot that they were going to meet up at. And the only way that she would have got with them is if Tobias had given her to him. Benjamin Whitaker.
Very, 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 very good information, Razzle.
And honestly, it got me fucking out of a lot of jail time giving him that. But yeah, no. I got to check with some people, but I think we have body cam footage of her with them when they pulled up.
Didn't you say you had a cousin that wanted to come over to PD?
Yeah, I did. I put in the application. His
Here's what
name's
I want
Asher
you to do.
Phoenix.
Here's what I want you to do. We're a bit on a weird freeze because I went and saw one of those fortune tellers, and I don't know if the fortune teller had
Yeah,
any
there's
sense,
a big
but
old
apparently,
tsunami coming.
yeah, there's like this big theory that something's going to happen. Let's do this. As soon as that occurs, if the powers that be feel that I'm still fit for the position I'm in, try to put me into contact with your cousin, okay?
Your voice cut out on me there, boss man.
Tracking. Your voice cut out again. Razzle, I
Fucking
appreciate
now
all
the
the
phones are-
information. Text me anything else. All right. Yeah, you...
Cut out after
No, I
try
just said,
to.
yeah, if the powers that be still see it fit that I'm in the position that I'm in, try to put me into contact with your cousin upon this great awakening or whatever the fuck this fortune teller's talking about. Do not drop that topic. I definitely want to talk to your cousin. And then outside of that, keep me in the loop of any other developments you have.
Oh, absolutely, because I hate
shit
the
will be
Gordons
pretty-
or I hate the Dangers anyway. So
Shit will be pretty hot tonight. Do you think there's a chance, just hypothetically speaking, that shall we need some assistance from you guys that you guys would be willing to offer? I don't know what that looks like just yet.
I can talk to Chuckles, but I know we have some issues with them people right now, so it shouldn't be an issue at all.
Yeah, talk to Chuckles for me. Follow back up with me when you've got some information from him. Like I said, I don't know what that looks like, but I think it's just good to have more tools in the tool belt than not. So, but I appreciate you, Razzo. You have been very effective and very courteous. You will remain anonymous throughout all this. I give you my word.
Razzo followed through. Dude,
Actually,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was trying to get the go ahead to go after them myself, and then just slide notes in their pocket saying Bozo says hi, just for the shits and giggles. But that got shut down. But yeah, no, I've got my own issues with. You already know we're
Who's the fucking service provider these days?
It being an issue, but
something.
like I said, I gotta run it up the flagpole.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, just
about to
talk.
send him up for like
I said,
110
tell him
months, and they spilled the beans.
He's gonna ask, what does he
Good
mean?
job.
Tell him I don't fucking know, but I will definitely meet with you guys once I do know.
I mean, we all know what you need from us.
Well, maybe not.
We won't say it for the record, but yeah.
Yeah, there is no record. I just wanted to kumbaya with you guys, see how you're doing. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead. I've got some other people to meet. When you have that discussion, please link back up with me.
Oh, absolutely. I got you, sir.
All right, Razzle. Jebediah sent me an email. He may be making an appearance.
God damn, Apollo. Who's your phone provider? A Vuzion or something?
Yeah, I heard everything fine.
I got all that intel from him last night, as well as the leader of the Fooligans, as well as Mochi Red, the other Fooligan. Basically, they were trying to bleed her out. That was the operation of what TRT I was talking about. I think Tobias worked with, I'm assuming, one of the Dangers and put Miss White with the Dangers for her safety. I think that's what happened, but I'm not positive. I mean, he could very well be working with them. It's worth a conversation with him to find out. But that being said, yeah, do you guys just want to hang out and wait for him then, or do
we can wait for Jeb, or we can go fucking hit Tobias?
We can go hit Tobias while we wait on Jeb, but we definitely don't want to move on Lost Souls without Jeb, and I'm glad you guys brought that up.
Yeah. Okay, so does anybody have Tobias's number?
I do. I'll give him a call. You want us to meet inside MRPD, or
negative?
Yeah, I might come at him a little hard and fast.
Are we boxing him? Is that what we're doing?
I mean, we've got all the information. We may as well fucking, really come down on him with it and show him no alternative other than give us the information that we need.
Yeah,
otherwise,
we'll do it off-site.
Yeah.
I'm not around. I don't have Harley White's phone number. She would have been a great individual to talk to about that.
Why is everybody all of a sudden fucking asleep?
I have no idea.
It sounds like we're at war.
That's kind of what war looks like, yeah.
GSF? Like, what's GSF's involvement in this exactly?
Again, that was information given to me by West that they were going to help with the PD hit.
They were just going to help?
Yes.
I mean, we can try to tackle them. Honestly, I've never even talked to them or interacted with them, though. I mean, that could be the same thing with the Lost Souls. Yeah, no, I know
but yeah,
that,
when we hear from Jeb, we can talk to the Lost Souls.
So you want to try to do GSF first, and then after that?
Yeah, we could try GSF first. Again, we'll see who's around.
Yeah, I mean, those are more like gangsters, which I can maneuver around a gangster pretty easily.
Well, let's see it there, Skipper.
I'm gonna take this as this is an observing job, and I'm observing y'all. Yeah, y'all gotta tell me what you need me to do. I don't want to mess anything up.
Just keep
I'm gonna
cooking
miss
up
the-
ideas and good thoughts. You know how we're just like kind of bouncing shit off each other right now. We're just kind of coming up with theories, and whichever one sounds the best is what we roll with. So just think up thoughts.
Okay, well, yeah, like I was saying, because I've been wondering, the whole city, from what everyone says, is absolutely hate PD. So why would they ever help PD? It's because they're probably they need or get something out of it. I don't know if people are being threatened, like, because imagine if you have to. Trying to think where that one goes with that.
I think they were friends before, because I'm not trying to be a total douche, but I don't think anybody's scared of I mean, I certainly wouldn't be scared of the dangers. If they came knocking on my door and told me they're gonna fuck me up, I'd be like, get on the streets for a day, brother.
And I think the other thing that we have in our favor is that we are investigating corrupt PD, so gangs will be more willing to help us because we're fucking with our own and not them.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the theory, right? We're fucking with our own, but you can get wrapped into it. It's up to you if you want to, though.
Oh, I'm fine. I'm still uneducated on a lot
What
of the.
the
They didn't go over any sort
That's-
of. Whoa.
Thing?
That's a thing we are not affiliating with.
No. Tanker trucks on forum is not something I do.
No, I'm all set on tanker trucks. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The majority of my career has been spent around a fucking tanker truck.
Jesus Christ.
What? Were you
Somebody
scared?
off, you think? I mean, the only reason you put a tanker truck on forum is because you're mad at the people on forum. Who the fuck would be mad at them and why?
Tanker trucks has historically been an act of the Fooligans, but I don't think the Fooligans are acting in that capacity since the departure of a few critical members. So I don't know.
Alright. So now it's the waiting game, but what can we do in the meantime? We can contact that attorney and get these subpoenas pushed.
I think Jebediah might be here. One second, I'm gonna try to call him.
Absolutely wild. Y'all are killing the story. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun, dude. It honestly, like that
Oh,
one
it's ringing.
small incident, like we heard about the Stackhouse going into a coma thing, and
It
we were
most
literally
likely
like,
will be
this will be a
Victor,
fun
maybe.
day of looking into a gang, and then it'll, you know, we'll be knocking on someone's
Jebediah.
door with TRT. It'll be a good time. It is
Mr. Storm, how you doing?
a week and a
I'm
half
well,
of
Jebediah.
PD
Where you
corruption
at?
and
Banish.
wild shit, man. It's been awesome.
You want to meet at your office?
Sure.
We'll be parked outside. I'll wait for you. Actually,
All right.
I'll be upstairs. We'll wait for you.
Sounds good. Ta-ta.
All right.
He's always ta-ta people, and I like that.
Yeah, he is a Tata kind of fella.
You hear that
Let
helicopter?
you see my tatas, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's not. Never mind. It's up there on the right.
You don't have tatas. You're a boy.
Yeah, I'm
I
a
can
big
promise
boy.
you.
you know
I've
what I'm
eaten.
saying?
I've eaten enough honey buns and
Yeah.
hot pockets. I've got a set of Tatas.
Daddy on the ice cream.
Sorry. Yeah, you're a man. I accidentally called Victor a boy one time, and then he just started doing push-ups. And
I
showing
know
his
seeing
gun
both
and
your
taking his shirt off.
POVs is nuts. Yeah, it must
Been
be.
there.
Honestly, the moment Martinez hit like the kind of like the list of I don't know loose suspects, it was like, all right, like I'll just stay off his fucking stream because I don't want to know what the fuck's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a wild ride. This it? I thought there was a big ass fountain outside.
I thought. Wait, is this?
We're off.
Wait, this look. I thought this was.
No,
it.
this ain't it.
No, we're a bit off.
continue up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Are you sure this isn't it? I
Positive.
could've swore.
There's a big ass fountain. I was just there last night.
I
dude.
marked it.
Oh, I'm like 30 steps away. Okay, that makes a lot more sense because he's.
Pull
He
us
has
in
a
that
back
alley
entrance.
back there.
Yeah.
And then pull us out of the side of the alley too. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Hi.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know, but he's looking like a racer.
If that's Jebediah Pickett.
How may I help you?
I'm so, one second.
Tobias is calling me back.
The fucking the transition. Never mind.
You weren't ready for that? Did you think that was a young man paralegal? I can't afford that piece of machinery.
No, he was that man in that biker outfit was walking like he had hemorrhoids. I knew who that was.
Shut your fucking dumbass mouth and sit down.
Yo, hey.
Jebediah, what we do now is I let these fine investigators talk. I listen. That's how this works.
Easton and Short Town, I've been talking all goddamn day.
He has. I'll give him that.
Mr. Jebediah, as you know, we have been researching and investigating Miss Stackhouse's incident. That has led us to the incident where we requested you down to the cells to defend Miss Nikki Danger with corruption, if you do recall.
Yeah, I don't remember refusing to represent her.
Goddamn right.
And that is just continued down this rabbit hole. That being said, we are looking to strengthen our case not only against the people that we already have in handcuffs, ones that we currently investigate. And not only that, are we looking for new names inside of PD that we might be missing out on as far as the corruption goes. We're trying to root it out in every place that we can. Now, what we desperately need is to have a conversation with individuals that Miss Nikki Danger's glorious corrupt husband, Gordon Danger, was contacting with in an effort to assassinate people within the department, as you know.
Yeah, what nobody keeps on saying, everybody keeps on saying somebody in the department.
So they had a hit list. Apollo was on that hit list. They had a whole hit list of people.
Yeah.
And
I know.
Yeah, that's why I said, I know that you're aware of that. That being said, what we really desperately would love to do is have a conversation with the Lost Souls, because they were in fact believed to either already be involved, wanted to be involved, we're going to help them, did help them. We're not totally positive on that.
I can assure you they are not. As their attorney, I can assure you that they are not looking to help that other cop MC.
That is perfect. Exactly what we're looking for. What we
You know why I know?
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Well, y'all continue mentioning about department, hire people that have access to Class C weapons, intense body armor, a fortress to hold up in. be pretty damn hard to get into. Nobody's talking about the fucking man that's sitting right here, who's got all but glass doors to protect him from somebody fucking huffing and puffing and breaking down his fucking door. I was on that fucking list. How are we forgetting to mention that to everybody?
We aren't forgetting to mention that. Like I said,
Keep on talking about the fucking department.
That's where most of the people came from, right?
Yeah.
And you know, again, I'm just generally speaking. I'm not specifically mentioning names, but our intention is to make sure that you are safe and the people that are within the department are safe as well. That's what we've been working on every waking moment, is making sure that these people don't do this shit again.
So, Jeb, I came to you a while ago in a parking garage, and I know you remember that conversation. And I told you that I'm going to work my ass off to root out the evils at RMPD, and if you would work your ass off from the DOJ from the outside in, do the same. Together, we could come to a very serendipitous end to this whole nonsense. And what we're suggesting right now is that serendipitous end, because you have applied your pressure, and we have applied ours, and we have rooted out not only members of high command that were corrupted and have arrested them, but we have information that will lead to the arrest of many more officers. And
you arrested Ella Fox, right?
Who just came in here?
Who just came in here?
Probably one of my paralegals.
Oh, okay.
Or the partner on my phone.
Just wanted to verify.
That
that's all.
lady?
Mr. Pickett, hey guys.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, you mentioned the whole glass doors thing, and then she just walked in with a gun, and I was like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's because there was a car out front and no idea whose it was.
Hey, that's us. So, yeah, like I was saying, I forgot what I was saying.
He asked if we have arrested Ella Fox.
Oh, no. But we can trust everybody in the room. She is on the list.
On the list of what?
Officers to be investigated further to see how far their corruption roots have spread to other officers and be arrested.
Ella Fox has also been demoted from her position in command.
Oh, yeah. No, that was crazy. Just overnight.
But she's no longer internal investigation, right?
Oh, no. God,
Internal
no.
affairs?
Jesus Christ. I did more IA in fucking 3 minutes than she's done in a goddamn week.
Well, yeah, she's got to protect her friends.
Well, yeah. And
Fucking
so now
body
here we are.
dump people.
Exactly. So, I mean, that step has already been made. And like I said, before we just put people in handcuffs, it's about...
What about Tex? Tex get taken down? Peg or two?
Like I said, all of this stuff is one step at a time. We can't jump ahead on what we are intend now is the head of the snake, and the first step to that is having a conversation with the Lost Souls. And I know that you said that they are not involved, and you know, I can assure you that you know, we don't know that for sure as far as who knows. What we want to do is have you mediate a conversation with the Lost Souls. Us be able to find out whether or not they were ever contacted.
They don't talk to cops. I'm telling you right now, they don't talk to cops. No matter
That's
what the fuck it
that's
is.
why we're here, Jeb. Let's connect the dots for you. That's why we're here.
So you want me to send a message to the souls?
I don't need, Jeb. I trust you. I need to know. We need to be a part of that message.
What message do you want to send me to the souls?
Maybe you bring some vetted members here. Maybe we go with you. I think it's better to bring them here. You let them know that we are here under a neutral state, simply trying to inquire about the information that these two investigators are wanting to learn. I would love to say, Jeb, send a message. However, you know, I don't like that. We need to be a part of that message. I'm sorry.
Why is that? You don't like me? Send
I
a
didn't say
message.
it is. I don't like a message being sent that we can't track, Jeb.
And I don't think that's any reflection on you, Mr. Jeb, but you have to understand our position, which is even you will understand better than anybody. I bet words that you speak get misconstrued all the time. I mean, I could go down and talk to I can go talk to a civilian. I can go talk to a gangbanger. I can go talk to a biker. I can talk to anybody in this city and say something along the lines of anything. And if
You
you know,
want to let him
that
know
what I say
the
gets
whole
told to another
plan
gang,
with
another gang,
Martinez
another gang. By the time it gets to the
Why
third or
not?
fourth
and
gang,
how we're gonna
all of a
use
sudden I'm walking
the
on
whole
somebody's
thing
block,
against him.
threatening them.
Why not?
Oh, I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Wait,
I
what?
think
Let
what
me just
Apollo.
What
stop
did you say?
Let me just
Did you
stop
say
you
we,
right there.
we don't
So,
want to?
here's
No,
the
I said
difference
no. I
between,
said, are you gonna bring that up?
gang and gang
Yes.
and gang
Let him
type
know.
of shit. They're children.
Because
I'm a
so that he
74-year-old
knows
man.
Oh,
my
yeah,
plan
okay,
and
yes.
trying to get with
God
Martinez
damn.
and
Who
using all
has
that.
a goddamn
Yes,
brother-in-law?
I just wanted to make sure that you were
Okay.
still
That
good
has
with
the
that. Okay. I
goddamn
thought I
biggest
misheard you. I
I'm
thought you said don't bring it up.
okay
fucking
on
city.
that.
Okay,
You should
cool.
probably let him know to ease some of
So I
his
think I
nerves
know
right
how
now
to
that
speak to
Yes.
we're gonna
my
go full blown
no,
against him.
I'm
absolutely
going
not.
So I missed like the
I think-
last
I think-
45 seconds. Can somebody just
Okay.
recap for me?
You know,
yeah,
this
I'm
is
gonna,
the- this
I'm
is the
gonna
recap.
recap.
I
I'm
know
gonna
how to
recap.
speak to my
Jeb-
brother-in-law. That's what I'll tell you right there.
Gotcha.
Ain't nothing going to be
Who
misconstrued.
is
The
your
message be
brother-in-law?
sent. Duke Tucker.
Understood. Here's the problem. Due to the exigent nature of what we are currently facing, Jebediah, come tonight, we are moving past the realm of discussion and we are entering the realm of action. All right. Now, what action are we entering? Are we making arrests? I can't say for certain, but there will be some people tonight that have their ass in a hot seat. And on the other side of that seat will be myself and these two investigators. How those conversations unfold, I cannot predict. But what I do know is it would be very, very good to have some information, as much information as possible prior to the hellfire tonight. So yes, I understand that you have a rapport with Duke Tucker. Duke Tucker is not going to present himself.
Do you have the USB I gave you?
I do, sir.
All right, I need you to go ahead and put in the encryption code 117. Put it on your tablet real quick.
Duke Tucker's not coming in a reasonable time. Duke Tucker will be here and he's a night owl. By the time that Duke Tucker makes his appearance tonight, by the time you have a chance to meet with him, we will already be neck deep in the fire, where it will then be way too late to take anything he says and have any substantive gain from it. So we need to talk to somebody with the souls that was in that conversation, potentially in any conversation with Jesse Martinez. And we need to try to talk to those people as soon as possible.
Well, you're going to be hard pressed to find those people.
And with that, we can only work with what we can work with. But some people will have their ass in the chair tonight. They will have the unfortunate privilege of talking to myself. Where it goes from there, I cannot tell you.
The more we have, the better, and that's why we're here. We're in the discovery period. I mean, by tonight, it's gavel time. Between now and then, we need as much as we can get. We have a smoking gun. We just want even more. We want
don't worry.
Contingency plan on contingency plan.
Finish your statement, Jib, and don't
Oh,
worry.
don't worry. I think Bo's going to have some information for you right now.
Okay, here's the thing. Funny thing. I have the wrong USB in my pocket, so I've been trying to just type in that encryption code you gave me, and it's error. I think it's in my locker of PD.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I am not. So I'm gonna have to go grab that. But Jeb, easy. This is an easy fuck up. I'll be right back.
You had the keys to my.
Yeah, I'll be right back, Mason. I'm taking the car. Oh, that's too funny. Okay, Rob. So this guy passed me over some evidence a while back that I needed to keep safe or whatever until he gave me the encryption code. Totally forgot that I put that USB in my locker. So when he gave me the encryption code, I needed to have the USB in my pocket. So totally forgot I didn't have it. Started watching the thing and I was like, oh shit, did I put that in my locker? And then I looked and it's not my inventory. So I fucking, made the excuse to get back to PD so I could grab that, stop watching it, and so then I could finish watching it or, watch it when I get there. It's a whole song and dance that you've got to play. But that's the good thing about watching my stream is that you also get the comedic effect of a serious cop. Like, oh yeah, everything's super serious. We're taking down PD corruption. I forgot the USB. That's on me. I'll be right back. I just got to shoot across town real quick. What a dick. Alright, there's that.
Go ahead.
Now I do this. Oh, see. Bam. Grab that. But this in here, bada bing. Okay. Oh. Grab PD for a couple seconds.
I tried to get my medication. The guy on the counter said no. Oh. Hello?
Yeah.
Can someone come answer the door? I'm locked out.
Would you be able to let Bo in?
There
Thank
you go,
you.
Bo.
I got it. I got the USB.
Yeah, I already showed everybody on the computer.
Fuck. Fine.
Oh, take a look on your tablet.
Sorry, I'm watching some evidence video.
Just so I'm not missing the point here, is the entire 8 minutes is just when she said I was waiting for you to shoot him?
420. I know. She gave me a lot of information. But she wanted to make sure she caught anything she may have missed. So 420 to about 6 minutes. There's even some point he starts getting on the radio talking about him taking some more people out right in front of his wife.
Yeah, definitely substantive and conducive to the investigation. I nothing groundbreaking. No more charges than she was already facing. But definitely supports everything that we're doing, obviously.
What all proof did y'all have that she was corrupt?
Oh, dude, it's a whole fucking shooting match. Where do you want me to start? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got it in the bag.
Yeah.
It's bagged up. It's ready for action. I'll take it to the supermarket, fucking sell it myself. You know what I'm saying? That's a Hillingham
So I'm
guarantee.
assuming that one of them NC fellas turned them in.
Oh, one of the ones involved. I mean,
Yeah.
Paulo, are you comfortable with us talking about it, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Fill him in.
So they contacted an individual with the intention of having them join the MC with them. Instead of joining the MC, that individual contacted us and told
Fill
us
us in
everything.
on the meeting. Yeah, fill us in on the meeting.
Yeah, they told us about the meeting. Audio recorded the meeting where we have Nikki Danger not wearing a mask, standing there talking about wanting to kill Tex, Apollo. I mean, just down the list, they were talking about who they wanted to kill, why they wanted to kill them. They were talking about a funeral and wanting to kill them at a funeral. At that time, we didn't know anything. Nobody knew anything about a funeral, so we didn't do anything about that because honestly, there was nothing for them to do there. Like nobody was going to be there, so even it just made no sense.
It kind of resembled a false flag operation where, like, if we had sent a response, it would have shown the hand that we had an informant.
So basically, what you're saying is that Mickey Fallow's funeral, somebody was planning to get popped.
No, it was for a couple of cops, actually, that the funerals weren't even planned. Like, nobody knew anything about these funerals, and that was why I led it to believe that it was a false flag, because I think if she came back to us and explained the funeral situation and all that, and then we responded and we sent TRT to the cemetery and we upstaged patrols in the area, if there was any kind of deviation from our normal plan, they would have known they had to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because they know that there was no funeral in place.
Nobody knew about it, so we thought, we don't know if we're even right about this, but that being said, she gets involved with another officer, which was unusual. They clued us in on it, and lo and behold, 2 minutes after Nikki and that officer get involved in something, kidnapping happens, and sure as shit, it was all the individuals that
the XPD gang officers.
Yeah, it was everyone
led
that she's
by
been meeting.
her husband.
I know of this already. I was a part of this.
Right. So now you're caught up to that point. So that is what led to the.
Yeah. What I don't know is who was the one that informed y'all.
Well, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, that doesn't mean much.
It kind of does because I don't trust anybody in the police force.
Well,
you'll have to trust that I trust my source.
Yeah, we trust the source a lot.
I have vetted them. I know where they stand, and they're upstanding. They're one of the very few. This is another thing I want to talk to you about. And one of the very few that I feel I can trust.
Well, I need to know who I can trust in PD because at this point, I don't fucking trust a goddamn soul except three people in this fucking room right now.
That's a
because I got Hamu Pango.
Should keep it.
I got Hamu
Keep,
Pango.
no, hold on. Keep going, Jeff.
Hamu Pango is asking about Miss Jessie Stackhouse.
Who's he asking? He's asking
me. Me. He asked me about Jessie Stackhouse. What happened to the girl upstairs in your office?
There's no way he could have known that was Jessie Stackhouse because I made sure
he asked
her.
He asked about her. What's with the girl in your office?
And he named her Jessie Stackhouse.
He didn't name her, but he was very inquisitive about it. So I told him.
Okay.
I told him
him
she was dead.
I can explain to you why he might have been upset in that moment because that was supposed to be a very simple arrest that should have taken about a half hour that I turned into him standing around for about 3.5 hours, no answers, because I wasn't going to give him anything.
Hold on. I can't hear a fucking word you just said.
Okay.
Fucking radio. Repeat that, please. I'm so sorry.
He also could have been upset because he caught her under the guise of Sarah White up on that incident up north, and it was supposed to be a very simple arrest, about half hour's worth of work, that I ballooned into about 3.5 hours worth of work because I kept stonewalling him and not giving me any information, but just taking this girl, basically all over the city. I was basically carting his 95 around all night, and I wouldn't tell him why. And that's probably why he was asking about the girl in your office, because he was pissed at me last night, going, dude, I've done a whole report. I've got the charges ready. I just need to know what the fuck's going on. I'm like, dude, I can't tell you. Like, I literally cannot tell you a fucking thing. And he was like, I need to know something. I need to know. And it's like, I can't tell you. And then at the end of the night, for me, before I went to bed, he was supposed to have a meeting with me on the roof of MRPD, and I totally stood him up on that. So if he's pissed, I will take 70% of the blame.
So Miss Stackhouse's escapade up north caused
him and Smith
him and Smith to be involved in a situation where they didn't. Right.
So they were literally standing around the hospital with me and her for about 2 hours going, when can we process her? Like, this is a simple, I forget what it was. It was like fleeing and eluding and like possession of a firearm or some shit, possession of PD equipment. And they were like, yeah, we just want to be done with this. And I was like, yeah, sorry, you can't be. Like, you can leave. I don't give a fuck, but she's not leaving too.
Well, what's this business with Martinez and Stackhouse being related?
Okay, this is a bit of a Gambit. So last night or yesterday, I responded to that scene that Stackhouse had set up where she kidnapped herself and left some blood at the scene. We ran that blood, although it was a little old and dried. We ran that blood through our DNA system to come up with a DNA profile. Now, I shortly thereafter ran Jesse Martinez's DNA through the system due to our ongoing investigation, and the DNA matches were similar, and I thought at first that maybe I hadn't, I don't know, cleaned the equipment properly, calibrated it right from the last, usage, and so I ran it again, and the match came similar again. So I got in touch with one of the doctors, Mr. Zico, who provided me actually her DNA file from the hospital as well. And he came down and we talked for a bit, and he goes, "Yeah, that could mean they're related, so yeah, there's a good chance." And so I'm like, "All right." Now, in that moment, I made a choice, and I made sure that the doctor, I just kept planting the seed that the doctor didn't need to run the test again, whatever, because I saw an opportunity that if Jesse Martinez genuinely believes that Stockhouse is his daughter. He was in a highly emotional state last night due to that news. So I believe that maybe if Jesse Martinez believes that Stackhouse is his daughter and we put him in interrogation and she asks the question, he might be more willing to open up to her and reveal information that he wouldn't be willing to open up to us as investigators. It's a dirty trick, and I told her if she wants, he can follow up with doctors or 23andMe, I don't give a fuck, to confirm the DNA or disprove the DNA. It's fine. I'm just a detective. I don't do this for a living. However, dirty trick that might just work. Wildly unethical, but we're dealing with wildly unethical people.
You do realize that Jesse Stackhouse is a Girl Scout, right?
Absolutely, but she's also been a good cop.
We also thought Nikki Danger was a Girl Scout.
I never thought Nikki Danger was a Girl Scout for 1 second.
That's not what I thought.
Well, that gives me concern into y'all being in this investigation then.
How so?
Because that woman, never mind. Everybody's been able to do whatever the fuck they want for months now. And I've just kind of been shoveling shit in my mouth. It's lovely. I love the taste of it.
So what if I give you a piece of information that might help you trust us? What if I tell you who the informant is?
Sure.
Would that help? You trust us?
Yeah.
Are you certain?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It is the TRT operator, Tariq. I forget his first name. But it's... Or not Tariq. Tariq.
Yeah, that's his first name.
Yeah, Tariq. Habibi.
Yeah, Habibi.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
They approached him, and they thought for certain because of his, I don't know, friendship with them or whatever.
I think it was a TRT thing.
Whatever. Yeah, whatever it might have been. But they thought that he had enough of PD and fuck these people, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get the other side. They made a mistake because Tariq has actually really liked working with myself and Mason, and he immediately approached me and like, hey, how do we work with this?
So Tariq helped us nab Nikki Danger. He's helped us a lot with Martinez. He's helped us a lot with a lot of people trust him.
And he's worked himself into a position where he's got a little sway, too.
So he's up there. People are basically telling him, we want this, we want that. We're going to kill these people. We want this person, this person. Martinez is in his ear. Tariq, just, like I said, we hit it off the first time we met the guy. The first thing he did was come to us with everything. That being said, are you willing to mediate a conversation with the Lost Souls then? because we gave you something that the only people that actually knew about who it was were me and Bo.
And all we've got to find out is whether or not they were contacted by these. I don't care about anything else these guys get into, do, whatever. I just express to them we're not going for anybody other than our own.
As long as we have, again, the only people that knew about it was Tariq. We've been kind of worried about him, but I mean, for the most part, I don't think anybody knows. I don't think he gave it away. There is a chance because obviously Nikki's in cuffs now, so they might have an idea that it is him now, and they might be a little more cautious with when they invite him places, where they go, and all that stuff. I don't think he's burned, so he's going to keep doing his thing. But as long as we have Tariq, this whole thing, we have that, but we just want backup plans and contingencies and all that stuff, right?
Yeah, I can't guarantee anything with the souls. I can talk to them, but that's as much as I can give you. They fucking hate cops.
Understandably. But we're also trying
They hate criminal charges more.
Well, and we're also trying to be the reason.
They don't give a fuck. They will take fucking time.
Yes.
You think those boys don't give a fuck about going to fucking prison?
I think they care about.
I've got a way out of that.
I think they care about law enforcement work being done ethically and by the book because it assists them in criminal organization. The book is written in such a way that these guys are free to do whatever the fuck it is they like, and we have to react to it. That is just the reality of policing.
And hear me out, Jeb. I haven't brought this up yet, but a good time. I feel it's a good time as ever. You're right. The lost souls won't talk to us willingly without very, very good reason. But as you know, myself and the commissioner not only have worked together in the past, we, with my newly acquired position, have worked together even closer. Would you know it that there is enough evidence that the commissioner has on the lost souls to bury that organization? The same commissioner who I believe is directly working with and for the lost souls. You don't think they would like to have that information, so maybe we put that to bed.
I mean, honestly, as soon as we get Tariq on the witness stand and he talks about lost souls being involved, you already know that you're going to have a bunch of people, whether it's officers, civilians, other gangs, whatever in the city, that are going to gun for the lost souls after that.
And then when I present the evidence that was given to me by Martinez, that story goes really south for the lost souls really quickly. I don't want to divulge that information, but somebody goes down. It's either Martinez or every other individual. They're your clients. I know you say they won't talk to us, but something tells me they will if they know the exact person working with them is the exact one conspiring against them. Loyalty seems to be a common hot commodity amongst the lost souls, MC. And I would feel that if they thought loyalty was being jeopardized, they would talk. Within reason, of course.
Tell you right now. You know what? I ain't gonna tell you. I'll do what I can. I ain't saying anything more.
Okay.
Excuse me, I have to make some phone calls.
Can I ask you one more question, Jeb?
Yeah.
Where do we stand on letting Stackhouse help us question Martinez?
It is up to that young lady's decision.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
We'll be in touch, Jeb.
Yeah.
All right.
See Stackhouse, let her know, I don't fucking know at this point.
Okay.
Call me if you need me. Well, make that awkward walk back.
You let us down, time.
I bet money is already telling people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see what he says.
I don't trust him.
Thank you, sir.
Jebediah.
Um. I 1,000% want to change because I know they take note of what I wore. Victor mentioned it yesterday already about this outfit
Why are you
specifically.
scared?
Who?
You.
Me?
Of them. Yeah.
They're just intense. Listen, right now, primary. So.
I think we're just gonna talk to him anyway.
Who's that?
Lost Souls.
I mean, if Storm's not going to say anything, then I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to just go off of.
What happened?
Whoa.
What's up?
Nothing. I asked her why she was scared. She was very nervous about Jeb and knowing what she's wearing and all that.
Jeb's about to flip, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
What do you mean?
I'll explain in the vehicle.
What the?
Not that one, though.
Apparently not
Oh?
that one. I don't know. I parked it right here.
Do I have a garage app? I do.
Well, did it get towed?
Oh,
In the
yeah, I
garage?
got towed.
Y'all want to go to some sort of clothing store while y'all talk?
Yeah.
The one on Great Ocean.
Okay.
Actually, don't hit the one on Great Ocean because that's Shumash.
Oh, alright, we'll hit this one then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, maybe not.
holy moly. Paul, do you want to describe what you meant, or?
Jebediah has not always been the most upstanding of citizens. I don't know if you guys knew that much. I think one of
heard
you had
rumor.
alluded to it.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of rumors, which is why when you assigned Sanders to it, I didn't trust him.
Here's where I'm at. Jebediah wants more than nothing to be a Chief Justice one day. Is a dream of his, in fact. I have direct lines of communication with the powers that be that can make that happen. But Jebediah knows that if one more act of corruption is laid against him, that dream may not ever come to fruition. Him and Martinez have been talking more than he was willing to divulge to us. And I threw him that bone. I don't have shit on the Lost Souls. Here's what I do know. I know that if anybody in PD knows about anything or any intricacy in regards to Jebediah Pickett, it is Jesse Martinez. So after you guys walked out of the room, I explained to him, I said, Jebediah, I know your past has not always been outside of the gray area, and in fact, it has lived in that gray area. Nobody has the details, but I assume that one person does. I told him my fear was that we sit him down into a hot chair and more comes out than we need to, and that it was very imperative in order to protect him that we gathered as much intel against Martinez as possible and quickly. And that, I promise, if throughout that entire discussion no fire was lit under Jebediah Pickett's ass, I just set a big one. There'll be movement. We just need to be ready to catch it.
Movement between him and Martinez, or?
I think there's going to be a lot of movement between him and Martinez. I think we're about to get a lot of answers to a lot of questions. I think Jebediah Pickett's going to put us in contact with Lost Souls, and I believe that's going to happen quickly, in fact.
All right.
For now, we wait. How long we got till storm?
About 10 minutes.
So, here's another thing, too. I am not going to tell Tariq.
No.
I'm going to wait.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't want to get him killed. But I want somebody to slip up. I mean, what we told him wasn't true. So the only person that would be able to leak that information would be him, because it's not truthful information.
Well, here's where I'm at, gentlemen. We may not be able to squash everything that we need to squash before tonight. But we have enough, right? We have enough to put some people in a chair, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we have a lot
Absolutely.
of... Yeah, and if that chair is going to culminate in a lot.
So here's what we're going to do. At Storm, I won't be back directly after Storm, but around 9 to 10 Eastern time, I will be back. That'll probably be around the same time that most of the individuals we need to talk to will be back. Once I come back in, the mission from that point until is to put as many asses into a hot seat to bring this story.
Cops I hear? Please.
To bring this story back home and to conclude this nightmare. Now, we may not end tonight in an arrest, but we'll end with enough for one.
I think we'll shake the tree hard enough that it might just happen to us, or happen for us. Just like the Dangers. We shook the tree a little bit and they slipped up.
Yeah, I think we give ourselves a little bit of time to see if they bite on the Tariq thing. If Tariq comes to us and says Martinez went to him, there's your answer. With the absence of a Department of Justice, and if Jeb is not trustworthy, we'll enact law the only way we can with the options that we have available. And if that means sending somebody from MRPD to DOC with charges that we set forward until there is a Department of Justice enacted, that's what we'll do. But we will finalize and conclude this tonight in some way, shape, or form. We may not get every name, but we'll have the big names in the chair tonight. And I am very much looking forward to that. With that being said, gentlemen, I'm going to step into the clothing store. I'm probably going to get lost when I go in there.
Okay. Well,
9 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. I'll be back if you guys stay. If you're back after Storm and you have any more developments, make sure you share that with me. And when I come back between the hour of 9 and 10 Eastern, Fallen Kingdom is in full swing.
Yes, sir.
I'll see you gentlemen then.
Yes,
see
sir.
you then.
I'm probably going 42 during Storm for that couple hours anyway, too.
Yeah, I was going to as well, because I got to eat and a bunch of shit.
Yeah, same. Who is that? Oh, the guy that was with us. That's FIB agent that's been working with us the whole time. Storm.
Jesse? Oh no, she's still in there.
Something they have to know we're going to find them.
Well, I'm done. I just was.
No, we're gonna 42 as well. So we'll see you in a couple hours. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
See you soon.
We'll be back. If you're gonna be here,
I feel like we'd be missing a huge opportunity if we didn't. Like, I really feel like we should do two things. We should sit on Jebediah and then, like, in a vehicle that he's not going to expect, see who comes and goes. And on top of that, we should, we need to go talk to the Lost Souls. We have to talk to GSF too.
Yeah.
I really think that's a missed opportunity if we don't. We need as much ammo as we possibly can. I think we'll be going in with a half-cocked gun if we don't.
Yes.
I mean, as much as I like bluffing, we can't bluff everything, you know?
Right.
Because if he calls one, then all of them fall down.
Well, I mean, in that same regard, then we should put some of the members of Twisted Demons back in the box. Gotta go on duty.
Forgot I was off duty. Alright, boss.
All right, dude.
see
I'll
you in a
talk to you in a
couple
few
yeah?
hours. Yeah. All right, I am wrapping up my stream. Ella, thanks for hanging out. Seeing everything from both sides, I have my own conclusion. Going to be a very interesting night.